الذي خلق سبع سماوات طباقا ما ترى في خلق الرحمن من تفاوت فارجع البصر هل ترى من فطور صدق الله العلي العظيم. Dear Honorable, I would like to pray from the, I already shared the part of the some surah from Surah Mulk, and now I would like to pray for us for some of my words. Allahumma ameen. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Ya Allah, with the blessing of you, please bless all of us with the respective manner. With bless all of you by reducing all the sins in our life. Ya Allah, Allah give me all the rahmat from your Allah, from your khazana. Allah, please give all the positive feedback in our life. Give us sound health in our life. Reduce all the obstacles, all the things that actually bothering us from the very beginning till now. Allah, please reduce all the pressure. Allah, please give and respect. Allah, give bless and give the courage to do something for the humankind. Allah, give us all blessing to make ourselves more positive and powerful for the humankind. Ya Allah, bless all our parents, all our relatives, all our family members to get a good life, healthy life, with the holy life and with the holy feeling. Rahman, Ya Rahim, give all the power of the humankind. Give all the things that is required for our day-to-day life. Ya Allah, with the blessing of you, inshallah, we will be able to meet our all the commitment with you. Inshallah, we will be able to do that to make a good and healthy life. Please bless us, and bless us. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون سلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. Thank you all.
Amen. Thank you for your short prayer. We appreciate you, Ambassador Noon, one of our great leaders in Y.Y.C.I, and he's also our director for Y.Y.C.I Bangladesh, and he's also the leader, great leader in the world today with our youth. He's doing great things. So we want to say thank you so much for your short prayer and for joining us today. He's also our Y.Y.C.I moderator. I believe he's going to do some of his work today. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to start off with it and then you can start. Right, let me welcome all our great leaders on the platform. You are all welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's another beautiful day that the Lord has made. We continue to rejoice and be glad in it. Our brothers just prayed with us in a Muslim side because we are one and we will continue to work together in respect of our religion. So we don't want to waste much of your time today. I was waiting for Professor Mario. Are you here now?
Professor, I'm here.
Okay. Professor Mario Lucerio is our director at Philippines, and is also the chairman and the founder of Lead Philippines, and is my good friend as well. He has offered to do our opening speech regularly on our Transformational Leadership Conference. So let's join our faith together, our hands together to welcome Professor Mario Lucerio. You're welcome, sir, to this stage.
Yeah, thank you so much for that generous introduction, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas. Warm greetings from the Philippines, Mabuhay. Okay, good morning to the, of course, great guests from Europe, Also, good morning also from the United States of America, and good evening here in the Philippines. Good afternoon in the rest of Asia countries. A pleasant afternoon, evening to each and everyone. I'd like to congratulate Professor Queen Elizabeth Lucas for spearheading this kind of transformational leadership conference and offer us to give our part on how we could build relationship to people. And that for the 3 day activity, I also gave my opening remarks last February 2. And yesterday I missed the group, and today will be the last. It will be the last day, but I know that it will be full of learning experiences. I'd like to reiterate again that relationship is very important in the sense that it connects individual regardless of race, regardless of sex, also regardless of color and religion. That's the reason why we are here, because we are relating with one another, because we believe in one mission and that we can, yes, you can. So, again, I'd like to congratulate, of course, our founder, Queen Elizabeth. Also, advance happy birthday. And to the speakers of today's event, I wish you good luck and I appreciate your time. Of course, my great and good friends are here from Croatia, from United States, from Asia, and I know that they have prepared so much. So with this, I would like to welcome you. Stay, sit back and relax, and we will be learning from the different sharing of great people across the globe. So with that, thank you so much, Queen Elizabeth.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your brief opening speech. We really appreciate that. I would love to play a video, but I'm not going to do that because we just want to move on, especially to appreciate the fact that many people have woke up in the middle of the night to join us. And we want to appreciate them. And at the same time, we want to give them the chance to speak on time so that they can go back and relax, because health is wealth. And we appreciate their time. I know it's not easy, but because they love us, they love Y.Y.C.I, and they love to be in our midst. So we don't want to take anything for granted. So permit me to go straight to the first speaker. And our first speaker for today will be Dr. Alisa White from USA. Dr. Alisa White from USA, please.
Thank you, and good morning from the sunny state of Arizona. It is an honor to be here in person with my dear friend and sister, Queen Elizabeth Lucas, and this wonderful initiative to have us come together to talk about relationship matters. Man, I am telling you, I want to wish you a happy early birthday to this trailblazing queen and friend and mentor to so many of us. She brings us together so well throughout the years, and the work is definitely speaking for itself because we continue to show up, learn, grow, be motivated and inspired and reminded that yes, we can together. And so that's just so beautiful. You know, I have a question for us this morning. Well, forgive me, I know it's evening for some of you, but it's still quite early here. Usually I'm in the bed just cozying up in the cove. But the question I have for us, what is the most important relationship in your life? I want to see if someone can help me. I'm going to pick on a couple people that have their cameras on. I'm going to ask my dear friend, Ambassador Manat, because she is, I mean, that's the darling. I met her a few months ago and she's just a darling. Ambassador, what do you think is the most important relationship in your life? Or what would you say?
Ma'am, I feel that family is most important, but now as I'm growing up, I feel that friends are also equally important.
I like that answer. We can go with that. And I see, I think it's a Sister Queen Bosa. What do you think is the most important? What would you say is the most important relationship in your life?
I think I'd definitely agree with what my young lady said, but for me, I said relationship with God, because it just set the standard for me to have a good relationship with others.
Okay, I like it. I like it. And I see Soraya has her hands up. Soraya, what would you say?
Very good evening to all of you. This is Professor Dr. Suraya Banu from India. I think when trust and communication exist, this will be most important relationship when we trust anybody and we communicate freely with him or her. Thank you, ma'am.
Wow. These are impressive answers and I love it, but y'all might get a little bit upset with me this morning when I tell you it was Ellen Stebbins Waddle that said self-love is the air beneath the wings of all our relationships. Self-love is the air beneath. So I have a thing. I came through some things that I'm going to share just a little bit with you real quick that caused me to learn that the most important relationship I can have as an entrepreneur, as an educator, as a business leader, as a mindset disruptor, and all the wonderful things I get to do in the world, all the wonderful people I get to work with. I am a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I've been a wife, and to some, they call me mom, is that relationship with myself. You see, friends, a few years ago, I came up to a spot that was jaw-dropping. And the question I want us to ponder on this morning is what would happen if we stopped trying to control things as much as we do? You see, because these relationships that matter, a lot of times we find ourselves in a position expecting and requiring and waiting to receive, and many times they fail. We don't get what we want out of them. So what if we let go of trying to control those and work on really controlling and working on that wonderful relationship with ourselves? What would it look like? You see, a few years ago, the University of California took a group of people that were depressed, right? And I want you to try something. Here's what they did. They had them smile and look up. And I want you to try this with me. I want you to smile and I want you to look up. I want you to put the biggest smile on your face. I see you. Come on, man. I need your help here. Smile and look up. And they had them practice that for 20 minutes. What the research found is that biochemically, it was difficult for the individuals in this process to pout. So can you smile and look up and pout? Let's do it again. I can't do that. I can only smile. I can't pout. And I can't really, and if you think about it, have you heard about the fake it till you make it term? Well, they were kind of faking it till to make it. You see, biochemically, it tricked the brain into developing a positive feeling within themselves. These individuals, remember I said they brought a group of individuals that were depressed. They found that their depression levels lowered, and many of them, most of them, came off the medication. You see, my friend, a lot of times we're working to control relationships and outcomes that are completely out of our reach, forgetting that the key and most pivotal thing inside of any relationship, as a leader, as a mother, as a daughter, as a wife, as a husband, is that relationship with herself. And so a few years ago, I started off in a process called, have you ever heard about divorce? Yes, if you haven't gone through a divorce, you have met someone who has, or you've definitely heard a story. And while I was going through that divorce, I found myself so sad. We had been married for quite some time, and I see that the camera is recognizing my hands up. We were married for some time, and I remember just feeling so hopeless. I was confused about my identity because we were supposed to spend our lives together. Some of us say the relationship with our family, right? But the way I was raised is that as a young woman, the crowning achievement is to gain a husband. And some people will say, I don't really subscribe to that. But believe me, somewhere in the behind, in all cultures, we all want to find the love of our life. And we're in Valentine's season, so allow me a little bit to fester on that love. We want that Cupid to shoot that arrow, and that person chooses us, and we get to marry them and bring them home. But here I was in my mid-30s, and don't you question how old I am. It was a while ago. I was going through divorce. We went through a tremendous process of losing our unborn children, and then a rocky good year, and then boom, everything came to a screeching halt. I was sad. My body was. I didn't want to go on. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't know if I should continue doing what I did, or if I should move on. And this confusion I found was this loss of identity, because I had become a wife, and it became the most important thing in my life. So now that I was not a wife anymore, I didn't know who I was. And could you believe that? I mean, people who know me at the time would never believe how much turmoil I was in. I thought it might have been best if I just croaked and died. Yes, I thought about death. And so that is when I came up that the relationship within myself, with myself, had to be the most important one, so that I don't ever find myself, and it's not about find myself in a situation when I lose a job, when I lose anything or anyone, that I am completely lost. Yes, I'm going to be sad. I'm going to be hurt, but I don't want to be lost. And so I found that there are 5 principles that I start to live by. And this is what I teach, and I'm going to run through them really briefly. But if we're saying the relationship with ourselves is the first one, the first principle, I want you to think about, how do you love when you love someone? How do you love? You don't just forget about them, you spend time with them, right? So this is how I want you to think with these principles: is how am I going to love myself? How am I going to develop and bond with who I am at the core? I call these 5 principles my bases. I've got to go back to my bases. In the USA, we have a game called baseball, but all of you know cricket, because cricket is a little bit more global. Who knows about cricket? If you just raise your hand or type yes in the chat. And so you have to bat the ball and you got to get back to the wicket before someone gets the ball and taps the wicket, because you're not on base and they'll knock you out, right? So I said I need to have something to maintain the relationship with myself. And I encourage you to try my bases. The first one is belief systems. My goodness, I believe from the good book, the Bible, that I grew up reading, that as a man or woman thinketh, so he or she is. And so what do I think about myself are my belief systems. Those will determine how I speak and how I act and all the results I get, because everything starts about how I think. So if I think that I am worthy, if I think that I bring value to every situation, if I am confident in my abilities and my skills, and if I am thinking that I can, as we say here, yes, I can, then I will. So what are your belief systems? What do you truly value? What are your core values and your beliefs? Listen, I'm not talking about the one society told you. Remember, I said that I was told that the crowning achievement after everything I could achieve is to become a wife, and then I lost it. And I was in confusion. So what are your core values and beliefs? What is your belief system? Then the second principle inside of my basis system is authentic.
Dr. White, can you round up and quickly give us the points, please? Because
Yes.
your time is up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Thank
My
you.
second is authenticity. You can't achieve anything without knowing exactly who and what you are. Authenticity will connect you to who you are, your purpose, and that is how you will show up. The third one is self-love. You're going to have to love on yourself, spend time with yourself, take care of your body, take care of your soul, take care of your mind, take care of your spirit. And yes, in there becomes that relationship that my friend Ambassador Mamet spoke about, the relationship with God, relationship with her friends, the relationship with her family. And then the fourth one is energy. Whoever lets their battery run out on their cell phone, not very many of us. So you're going to need energy. You're going to need energy. And with that, you're going to create habits that help you get energy. Like Professor Queen says, she said, we all need rest. It's important. Health is wealth. So keep plugged into the source of energy by exercising, eating healthy, creating healthy boundaries. Keep your energy supply on full charge at all times. Biochemically, they said that motion helps with those emotions. And those emotions need to be regulated so you can have proper energy. And my last principle is self-awareness. You're going to need self-awareness in order to achieve success. You're going to have to know yourself, and you're going to have to grow yourself in order to achieve success. These are my 5 principles for developing and maintaining the most important relationship you will ever have in your lifetime, and that is the relationship with yourself. I'm Dr. Y.Y.C.I, your #1 mindset disruptor, and I encourage you today, when you think about being down and being sad, just smile and look up. Have a wonderful day. Peace, love, light, and blessings. I'll be here enjoying the rest of this. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. It's so wonderful because we've been waiting since January and now we've made it, or even since December, because you were meant to be one of our guests of honor in December. But we still thank God. We still want to appreciate your time for sharing with us this morning about self-love, how we can really, really focus on that, and how we can love ourselves, and what our belief system, we have to really look into it. And, for us to be able to, self-care ourselves. And also, once we do that, then we'll be able to love other people. So I want to say thank you so much. I like the way you said something about energy. Yes, habit is to gain energy. And I believe that when we have the right attitude, right habit, then we can fuel our energy. Am I right, Dr. Alisa?
You got it, sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I will be glad to have you still around. I know that you might be trying to go back to bed, but even if you can stay around for a couple of minutes, or
I will
something,
be here for a little bit.
so that we can learn together. Thank you so much. Now we want to call on, before I do that, I want to appreciate all our great leaders on the platform. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today is the last day of this February conference, and we always do that every month. The next one will be the first Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of March. So if you can figure out the dates. So we'll be glad to have you back again. And we're going to continue with the topic of relationship matters, but we might slightly change the subtitle because there's so many issues that we can discuss when we're discussing about relationship. And we want our relationship to be transformed, because that is why we have leadership conference. So thank you so much for joining us again. So without wasting your time, let me just go straight to our first. Okay. Let's put it this way. I can see him, he's seeing me. He's patiently waiting. Let me just put him on so that we can start listening. I believe you have your slide today. Do you want me to put on hold? Okay, let me start with this. Dr. Corey Hicks from USA again, motivational speaker, author of many books, a 20+ year pharmaceutical professional, as a former 3 times NCAA. I don't know what that is, but he will tell you more about that. An All-American decathlete. So allow me to welcome Dr. Corey Hicks. Do you want me to?
You know what? I didn't use it this time, so okay. I remember what you said. So I was just going to continue. I had a few things that I was going to talk about, but no, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. And NCAA stands for National Collegiate Athletic Association. So I was All-American. I was a 3-time NCAA All-American in the decathlon, and also a member of the United States decathlon Olympic decathlon team. So thank you. All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about just continuing with relationships. This is something that I love to talk about because I think it's essential. And I don't want to be long, but I want to just speak a little bit about experiences, beliefs, actions, and results. And I know they directly align with relationships because as leaders, because this is a leader conference, a leadership conference, leaders create experiences, experiences foster beliefs, beliefs drive actions, and actions deliver results. And in these results, you know, the results are becoming the best version of you. And when we speak about experiences, the experiences have to be genuine and intentional, because in order to do that, there's an illuminating glow about us. You know, in order for us to attract the people that have been assigned, that are called to you, you have to be genuine and you have to be intentional. Sometimes it's challenging for us to reach out or to develop the relationships depending on your personality. Some people are introverts, so you're not one to really and truly reach out. Some individuals are extroverts, meaning, you have no problem and you never met a stranger because of that's just your personality. But when you are intentional in terms of just reaching out, finding individuals, learning about other individuals, about the things that they do. This is very important because, that's how, again, you are able to find the people that are called to you and assigned to you. These individuals serve as push partners. These individuals serve as mentors to you when you are able to not be afraid to get out of your box and to be intentional in terms of developing and meeting, introducing yourself to individuals. I think is important because when we do that, you find out that there's a lot of things in life that you learn so much about just through your experiences, through meeting different individuals that shape your beliefs. Because sometimes we come in with preconceived notions in relationships, and sometimes a lot of it is out of ignorance because we just don't know. But as you begin to experience different things, again, good, bad, or indifferent, it certainly begins to change your beliefs. A lot of things that you may have thought one way, there's a shift, and in doing so, it also helps you out a lot too, because when we talk about self-love, I love that that Dr. Lisa spoke about, because it improves self-confidence. When your belief system begins to change, you understand how to encourage others. There's a pendulum shift in the way that you think in order to get to the next level, which is so important. And again, we begin to see things completely different. So in doing so, then that means that, the next thing is action. So the actions, you begin to do the things that separate you apart from everyone else, because you're no longer stuck in a box. You're no longer stagnant, from believing or thinking ways that are not beneficial to you. Your whole mindset begins to change and shift, which certainly helps. You're able to identify, you're able to learn people. When we talk about, love languages, you understand, that sometimes it's not just about us, because we can get caught into that. But when you begin to identify and learn, that there are certain things with other individuals that make them go, there's certain ways that you begin to treat individuals in a relationship in order to get the most out of them, because we learn their various love languages, your actions, everything around you begins to change. And then the results is that you're able to fall in line to become the best version of you. And in a relationship, you have to be fat. I use the term FAT because you have to be faithful, you must be available, and you must be teachable. And I just want to close out with this. Faithful meaning in a relationship, we have to be faithful to what's true to us. You have to be faithful to the individuals that are around you. There's a saying that says that no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And so by knowing that you care about individuals, that you are intentional again in developing the relationships, that you not only believe in yourself, but you believe in the people and others around you, it certainly takes things to the next level. And then available in a relationship, we have to be present. That means that we can't just do enough to get by. We have to be available to those that need us. We have to be available to ourselves, to be poured into, to always come to the table with a half empty glass, so that more knowledge and more wisdom can be poured into us to become the best version of us. And then lastly, we have to be teachable. If you feel as though we know everything and we can't be taught anything, then it will deem us or render us, we'll be useless. But when we are teachable and we understand that the more we learn, the less we, it's kind of like, how people say, the more you know, I've heard somebody say, the more I understand what I don't know, but always coming every way, every day to be teachable. I'm gonna close out with this. There was a truck that was stuck in a tunnel, and these engineers is trying to figure out how they was going to get this truck out of the tunnel. They couldn't make sense of it. It was just wedged in there. So you had people that stood out there for hours trying to figure out how they could get this truck out of the tunnel. And so there was a little kid that was standing by, and the little kid just made a suggestion: why don't you let the air out of the tires? So here it is. People were thinking broadly and bigger in terms of, just how to do this. Sometimes we overthink processes, but someone came out as simple as a child and said, why don't you let the air out of the tires? And sometimes in order to be teachable, meaning you have to be able to receive from everybody, not just from individuals with titles, but there's something to learn from everyone. So I didn't want to prolong you. I just wanted to share something, and I want to be respectful of the time too. So hopefully this word bless someone, and I always love being a part of it. Dr. Elizabeth Lucas, you are amazing, the things that you're doing. We had an opportunity to meet years ago, but I just greatly appreciate what you're doing to make a difference and the impact in the lives of others. And I greatly appreciate you for calling me to be a part of this. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow, wow, wow. Let's have a round of clap here, if we can. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, sir. Dr. Corey Hicks from USA, Dr. Alisa Whitehouse. See how we've started today, because we woke them up in the middle of the night. So we have to give them, we have to give them a chance to quickly speak to us so that we don't, what's the word now? Sort them, really, something like that. So thank you so much for joining us today. We've learned a lot from yours. Our experience has to be genuine and intentional. And then you also gave us FAT, which is F-A-T. And yes, that is faithful. You've got to be faithful. You've got to be available, and you have to be teachable. And in your available, you have to be present. When someone is talking to you, pay attention, listen to them, show that you care, you're concerned, you are listening, and you're understanding them. And then you ask questions, because sometimes we don't know it immediately they've said it, but if we ask questions, then we can clarify. We can clarify what they've said and understand it better. And I believe that is one of the ways to really build our relationship, maintain our relationship and also keep it, because relationship is everything.
Yes.
Even if you are the richest person in the whole world, you still need relationship. So I can say that, yes, money is okay, it's necessary, but relationship is the key thing to our heart. And it's also the key thing to our God's heart, because that is why he says, let us make man in his own image. And when he now made man, he placed man in the garden, and he said, it is not good for a man to be alone. And that is how women were also prayerfully, wonderfully made to support the man in the garden. So God himself initialized this relationship. And that is what it's very important. And without love, we cannot really build relationship, because love is the key to establish and demonstrate on relationship. Relationship is the platform to practice the love that you have. And just as the word of God says, love God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your mind. And then it says, love the neighbor as yourself. So I like Dr. Alisa saying to us that self-care, self-love is important, because if you don't love yourself, you cannot love others, and you can only give what you have. If you value yourself, you will value others. If you respect yourself, then you will respect others. So that is how it goes. So thank you so much for Dr. Corey Hicks. You can still stay around, because we are all learning together. And then when it's time for you to sleep off, you're allowed to leave. And Dr. Alisa too. Thank you so much. Well, what a way to start this great conference. We started on Thursday. We had a good time on Thursday. We had a good time on Friday. Now, today, we want to rock together with this same important topic of relationship matters. Well, let me also continue. We're still waiting for all our guests of honor to come around, but I will just want to seize this opportunity to give to Professor Nada to speak. And after Professor Nada, we want to give our youngest ambassador chance to also share with us. So after Professor Nada, Ambassador Manat, please get ready.
Thank you.
The floor is yours.
Thank you once again. Greetings from Croatia. I'm really honored and grateful to be here today with this amazing matrons, patrons, leaders, and all. Very sorry that I couldn't join yesterday and day before because I was working and I really couldn't come on the Zoom. I want to first say that our conference, the new year with new direction, started great in January, and we continue now in February with the topic relationships. So after great Dr. Alisa and after great Y.Y.C.I, let's see what will I say about building relationships and maintaining relationships. Last time, I was talking about building good work relationships. Today, like an educator, I will little change. I will continue with relationship, teacher, professor, student, and a parent. Dr. Alisa asked at the beginning who is for us the most important for the relationships. I agree with that we really need to love ourselves, but I think that it is really coming from our family. First, our parents, if we have our children, then from the education system, and we are all. I can say that we are all collaborating here in the borders of the friendship and education. So parent, child, and teacher relationship is really very important. We first need to seek things to understand then we need to be understand. So how can we build this relationship? So competence is very important because building is one of the biggest challenges. We like educators are changing with this, and I can say like for the computer, for the technology, we are the providers. So we really need time, we need hours to make and build these relationships and to deal with the all challenges we are having yesterday, today, and tomorrow. What is the role of a professor educator? We really need to understand all about our students. We really need to support them. We need to be the guidance. If we are talking about the lessons, we really need to be experts. We need to make it for that anyone in the world can use our lessons. So not building only relationship in your classroom. Your classroom need to be a global classroom, and we are doing that. We are doing that using new pedagogical methods, opportunities, tools, and others. What is the role of the student in this relationship? Student needs to be engaged. He needs to be empowered, and that is the mission. That is our mission for the youth. Students are our youth. We are supporting them. We are giving them very powerful tools. We are learning them so many competences, hard skills, soft skills. We are interacting with them. So I can say that we are a co-creator. We are like this laptop. We are a pen. We are a voice. We are everything for our students, and we are deciding with the curriculum what they will lead, what they will learn. After that, we need a school leaders. We need a principals who are connecting, collaborating with the parents and with all. So this parent-teacher partnership and relationship is called the 3C. We need communication, we need a consistency, and we need a collaboration. Why communication? Because if we don't communicate, everything important will stay out of the walls. We will not know what is happening in the school, what is happening with the students, what is happening with the professors, and that is very important. Consistency is providing us all the opportunities uh, for the learning, for the education. Collaboration is a partnership. Collaboration is really necessary. So we don't have right to blame the system. We need to change the system. We are I can say we are the leaders, educators who need to change the system, who need to bring new things, and then communication again. I can say that communication is a two-way street. So giving a feedback to a teacher, to a professor, to a student, that is our mission. That is our mission. And if we don't collaborate and if we don't consistent, then we cannot be interested, and we are not for that work. So we need to benefit our youth, we need to benefit our students, parents, professors, and they need all to work like a team, as we are doing here on Yes You Can Transformational Conference with our great Dr. Queen Elizabeth and with all great leaders. I want to congratulate to an amazing woman who I always mention when I speak. A very happy and blissful birthday I wish to you, Dr. Queen. So let's continue doing, let's continue working. After January, this February, we can build relationships. We can build relationships with the students, with the parents, with the educators, with all. So I want to stop here because I can continue a lot to talk, but we have so many guests today. Today is the last day. Thank you. Thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so
us. Thank you
much.
for sharing with us. I know you are very busy. I know that probably you are somewhere trying to organize another IIU meeting somewhere?
No, today, listen, today, no, today, this is a day for this conference, Transformational Leadership Conference. Yes, and I'm here, and I will not move nowhere from to the end.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. Professor Nada, thank you so much from Croatia.
Thank you.
We really
Thank you so much.
you. Yes. So join me together to welcome the leaders of tomorrow, Ambassador Manak Aneja, to share with us from our heart.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth, ma'am. And before I start, I want to say something. A woman of great intellect adds another feather to her hat. Today, I hope the joy of your special day stays with you until your next celebration. You are a wonderful addition to this world, and I'm glad I had the chance to meet a woman as special as you. Have a hearty birthday, my dearest mom. You're a jewel. May all your dreams come true on your special day. I just want you to know you're always appreciated and admired. I'm intoxicated by your love because you live, I keep living. You are my inspiration for life. Happy birthday, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Tomorrow is my birthday, but I receive it. Thank you so much. Now continue with your topic today.
Thank you, ma'am. Sweet Saturday afternoon from the land of diversity, India, to all the eminent and dignified speakers present here live at Y.Y.C.I TV from different parts of the globe to discuss on relationship, how to build, maintain, and keep any relationship, part 2. Best relationship is where yesterday's fight doesn't stop today's communication. With this quote, Ambassador Manat Pankalar Neja, Global Youth Ambassador India of Yes You Can International, extends my heartfelt gratitude to Queen Elizabeth Lucas, ma'am, for inviting me as a speaker on Transformational Leadership Conference. To be in a relationship is the most beautiful thing ever. But if you want it to be a rewarding one, you must do a few things from your side. Relationship is about give and take. It is about compromise. It is about wanting to do things together. Meaning of a relationship has changed today with everyone being independent. So it is important to not be too demanding from your partner. Having a good relationship is very important to sustain happiness. Relationship gives us a chance to get connected with people around us and understand the true self. Relationships are how we relate to others. We have relationships with everyone we know and those who are close to us. Each and every interaction we have with another person is the act of relating. If we have a problem relating to others, affects our ability to have supportive relationship. We have to ask ourselves if our relationships are supported or if they're not. Then ask why they are not. Self-realization is very important. Everyone wants a perfect and supportive relationship, but not everyone looks at the mechanics of how to have one. Through the act of supporting, we honor and validate who the other person is. This in turn validates who we are. So both are supported, no one else loses, no egos are involved, and so do we. We honor the relationship. I think everyone desires to have such goal in life. But the big question now, how can we have a perfect relationship? Relationship is a very important thing to have in life. A relationship can be with your guy friends, a girlfriend, or family related. Having a good relationship with the family is very important. It is always good to have a nice relationship with your family because you can gain trust and you know that they're always there for you. Having true friends is the are one of the best relationships you can have. Friends are different from your parents because they are just some things you do not do with your parents. You can talk to your friends differently, act differently, and do activities that you did not do with your family. If relationships never happened, you will not be able to tell the real person you are. Relationship give you the chance to interact with the people you're closest to. If the relationships did not occur, life would be boring. You would not be able to share your thoughts or gain a person's respect. Relationships make people know who a person really is. Trust me, I love the relationship I have with my family and friends, and I feel blessed that they reciprocate the same with me. Relationships value a lot in our life. They help us to grow well, increase our awareness, improve our talents, and so many activities necessary to live a healthy and happy life. They play essential roles in every turn of their lives. Relationships are the strongest bond that keep all of us connected with each other and carry bonds of feelings, attachments, love, and sincerity. Thus, I would say relationships are one of the most important aspects of human life. It is not only necessary for survival, but also plays a significant role in individuals' happiness, well being, and maintaining the strongest relationships in life. Always remember the golden words of Joyce Meyer, an American author. We can improve our relationship with others by leaps and bounds if we become encouragers instead of critics. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow, wow, wow. That's a round of applause. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Ambassador Manak. We really appreciate your thoughts today. Thank you so much for always. And let me say something about Ambassador Manak Aneja. He's one of our youngest Y.Y.C.I. Global Ambassador. She is doing well with motivational speaking. She's really reached out and she has spoken in so many platforms. And guess what? That doesn't even disturb her own studies. This lady will still send me all her results after to say, Mom, apart from this, but I'm going to make you proud. This is my result. So let's just also appreciate these young ones. Let's appreciate. Thank you so much for sharing with us this morning. And send my love to your mom. God bless. Okay, let's move on to also another guest of honor. Let me see if I can. Okay, another guest of honor is in our midst today. Okay, right. So let's welcome Honorable Frank Sonios, a Nigerian leader, a well-known sportsman, successful trainer and coach, research marketer, motivational speaker, and author. Before honorable guest of honor starts speaking, may I humbly request that we mute ourselves, please. It's a kind of disrespect when someone is speaking and then one or two people are opening their camera or they are not muting themselves and we can hear their background or we can hear their conversation. Please, I humbly request that you mute yourself so that we can all listen attentively and learn from all our great leaders. The floor is yours, sir. Honorable Frank Sonios. We are waiting for you, Honorable Frank Sonio.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Dear Honorable Sister, can you make me forget so that I can actually get into
Okay.
all the
Yeah, you can
bleed?
you can now speak, sir. Honorable Frank Sonia. We are in control of
Here we
everything.
are. All good. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
That's fine, that's fine. Beautiful, beautiful. And I love listening to everybody. And, you know, listening to the first speaker, and sorry, I don't see the names anymore. So, you know, the first speaker, and she was so right. For me, it is the relationship which you have with yourself. And I want to start today with the following thing, because that question was asked in another Zoom call I had this morning. It's never too late to have a happy childhood. It's never too late to go back and make peace with that child who thought, is this life? Is this going to be my life? Well, for me, I'm going to say it up front. Straight away in my life, I had so many doubts and so many fears that maybe this world was not my world. And I made a beautiful fantasy world. I start living in a world that doesn't exist. The world where everybody is helping each other and not bullying, where people taking care of each other, where people love each other, where people always respect this beautiful planet. Is that the case? No, it's not. It's not the real world. But I created that world in my vision. And we all know that there are 3 important days in your life. The day you're born, the day you find out why. But the most important one, the day you start living your why. I am living my why. You know why? Because of one simple reason. All you have to do in your life is be yourself and live the story that no one else can live. The story of your unique life. And all you have to do is be proud, be confident, and most of all, be happy. And all the questions I asked myself so many times, why, they were so useless. I now tell everybody, don't look for the answers. Because the answers will come when you're ready. When you're ready, the answers will come. And so many people say, life is hard. And then I say, compared to who? Compared to who? Yes, I was a winning coach. Yes, I was a winning trainer. Yes, I was a good research marketer. Yes, I became a mental patient. Yes, I became a prisoner. Yes, I became homeless. Yes, I became an author. Yes, I became a speaker. Yes, I found myself. Because why? Because I lived my own unique life. And I stopped asking the questions. Why me? Why me? Why did I have to go to deep water? Well, the answer is simple. When you ask God, listen, why that deep water? It's really simple. You want to become rich in knowledge, rich in adventure, rich in laughter, rich in health, rich in family, rich in love? Yes, that's what I wanted. Guess what? Then you have to swim in that deep water. You have to go through all the things, all the cards that are dealt to you. You know, many times you play cards and you think, oh my God, is that the kind of evening I'm going to get? Those cards, well, learn to play with the cards. And I love the first speaker who said, you know, the most important relationship is with you. And this morning I was asked the beautiful question of somebody in the audience. And the answer for me was, I found out a few years ago that my mother, when she was born, she was put in a crib with 4 Siberian tigers because my granddad found a dead Siberian tiger, but he had four beautiful tiger cubs. And they needed to be fed 4, 5, 6 times a day. And then my mother was born and she was put in that same crib. And then I thought, wait a minute, now I know why. You know, my mother, the tiger in my mother, the spirit of the tiger was from the beginning, it was there. So, you know, for such a long time, I blamed the whole world for everything that went wrong. I blamed everybody. But when I stopped believing in that story, and I looked at myself, because all the decisions we are making today, just now, I made just the decision to talk today, is my own decision. And I can blame nobody if I did it right or did say wrong things, you know. And guess what? It's so funny. Sometimes you're on a roll and you think, oh my God, that was beautiful. That was beautiful, you know. But sometimes you think, oh my God, I'm so complete off topic, so complete of lie. And guess what? That is the moment the people like you more. Because I always now say, doubt less, fail more, and then even dream bigger. And that's for me, that's the only thing. And this morning, when I was asked about my childhood, I wanted to start by saying, oh my God, you know, I was not loved. I never felt loved. This and this and this and this. No, it's never too late to go back to that child and give him that happy childhood. And of course, there are things in life we don't want to happen, but we still have to accept it. Things we don't want to know, but have to learn. And people we can't live without, but have to let go. So let go of that little boy or little girl who was not happy then, but go back and make that relation again and make it a happy one. And that's what I say to everybody. I'm going to end there. Doubt less, fail more, and dream bigger. And that's why I wrote my book, Trapped in a Dream. Never lose your drive. Because that dream will always wait for you. Because the dream picked you. The dream picked you. But you're so busy with life and all the questions. But make a little bit more space and go back to the dream. That's yours. That's really belongs to you. And if you don't, it will always be an itch you cannot scratch away. Now that itch will always say, listen, this is me. And this is, I'm enough. I'm enough. We're all enough. But the most important relationship for me is go back and again have a happy childhood. Accept what happened then was nobody's fault, not yours. Don't blame nobody, not even yourself. It was all learning experience. And that's why I wrote the book, Trapped in a Dream, for the cause, not for the applause. I don't like the applause. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like applauses. But when Nick Vujicic, the man with no arms and legs, told me, hey, my friend, it's your moral obligation. You find your why, and you start living your why. Otherwise, I'm going to get you. He's got no arms and legs. But guess what? I'm afraid of him. So, you know, I'm starting to live my dream, because my dream is to be the dream driver. And I want to knock on everybody's door and say, please, get out and be the gift you were always meant to be. Doubt less, fail more, dream bigger. I'm so honored to be here. And, I'm on my way, and I hope everybody is on their way, because, nobody can stop me. Nobody can stop me. I made peace with myself, with that little boy who once was not that happy. But it's never too late to have a happy, happy childhood. Thank you, Dr. Elizabeth. Thank you.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's so inspiring and it's so emotional. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And keep speaking, keep sharing, and keep writing as well. Because the more you do that, you are touching millions of lives. And I'm so glad to have you around with us here and also sharing your story. It's very important because sometimes as a leader, we feel lonely on top because we think nobody cares. But now we can see that is why we call this thing Transformational Leadership Conference, where we can all come together because no one knows it all and we are not perfect. But when we keep coming, when we keep sharing, then we have the energy to give back to the nation, to give back to the society. So I want to say thank you, sir, for sharing with us. Okay, now we need to move on. And I would love to call on Mrs. Atinuke Adeniyi to share with us this morning. Okay.
Good morning, ma'am.
And after that, please, Mrs. Ambassador Bosa, be ready immediately after Mrs. All right,
morning,
good morning. Yes, good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I won't be able to be going on a video because I'm on transit now.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you all. I really appreciate the opportunity given to me to talk today, ma'am. Okay, I would like to firstly let us know what relationship is all about. Relationship is the way in which two or more people have things are connected or are the state of being connected. For you to have a relationship, you have to first love yourself. Like one of the speakers have already said earlier, love yourself, self-love, then you can be able to give out that relationship that you need to have to others as well. I think on Thursday, I also talk about let's have a cordial relationship with our with people around us, so they can have a free access, free way of talking to us if there is anything that is bothering them or they need someone to talk to. As a youth itself, myself being a youth, and on Thursday, one of the speakers who talked about youth to have relationship as well. We need to know that relationship is not all about yourself alone. For you to have a good relationship and maintain or keep a relationship, you need to know that all problems are not, you don't have a solution to all problems. We all need each other as friends with the relationship we have to solve things together and to make things happen for ourselves. And we have to be each other's helper with the help of relationship. It is through the help of relationship we can celebrate each other's happiness. We are there for each other to celebrate each other's happiness, to give each other advice on what or how to go about things. I think with this little way, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, ma. I stop here, ma.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing with us briefly about relationship. Yes, we just keep on learning together, loving ourselves and loving others, adding value to others as well as ourselves. So thank you so much for sharing with us. I believe that you'll be able to listen to others so that you can also gain back the wisdom and the knowledge from other great speakers. So thank you so much. We also want to seize this opportunity to thank all our great leaders that are sharing and listening and waiting patiently for their turn to speak. We appreciate you, Dr. Dragon. We appreciate you, sir. We appreciate Professor Edward Modern. Thank you for coming. We appreciate Dr. Karim for coming. We also appreciate all our great leaders. Ambassador Joel Olaniyan, I will soon be calling you. Please don't leave. Professor Suraya Bano, thank you so much for joining us. Ambassador Olufemi Oluai, thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Eric Todon, thank you so much. I really appreciate if I have not mentioned your name. I know that I'm still going to mention you, but we appreciate your presence in this conference today. We are all great leaders, and we appreciate your leadership. And that is why we are all here to learn together, share together, and also impact into other people's lives, because no one is perfect and no one is perfect. Thank you. So let me welcome my wonderful sister from United Kingdom, my beautiful sister, Ambassador Mrs. Bosa Osunde, to share with us this morning.
Good morning, Dr. Elizabeth. Good morning, everyone. What an excellent morning. Thank you so much, Dr. Elizabeth, my big sister, my deaconess. Thank you for giving this opportunity. And I thank you so much for all that you do. We are really much appreciated, and we all love you. Thank you so much. And I'm Sister again, thank you to all the amazing speakers and leaders that are here today. I'm sitting there listening. I've actually learned a lot as well. So thank you so much. And I'm very keen to learn. I'm teachable in some of the ways that have come this morning, and definitely. And I hope we will all take something back today. And what a wonderful topic. I was thinking about it a couple of days ago. I said, oh, wow, this is amazing, because relationship is very important in all that we do. That's something we cannot walk away from. Be it a businessman, in marriage, with your children, with friends, with colleagues, with even people when you go out to do your shopping. There is a kind of a short relationship there, even with somebody that is on the till that is actually giving you the goods that you've purchased. So with the little time I have this morning, my time, I'll be looking at two types of relationship. That is relationship with friends and relationship and work relationships. So building a relationship with friends, listening to Dr. Alisa, I'm like, you got me thinking there. Yes, you've got to love yourself and have a good understanding of when you love yourself, then you can now pass that love to others around you. So it's actually having that good understanding. And also of loving yourself first. Then what I was going to just talk on is actually having the heart to love people. Once you have the heart to love other people, that builds on a very good, solid foundation on relationship, no matter what happens. Because once you have that heart to love others unconditionally, it actually helps you not to be judgmental. And it helps you to try and understand others. So having a relationship with friends and building on it is actually understanding what they like, their dislikes, their goals, their interests, so that when they're communicating with you, you will know how to support them and where to come in and where not to come in for the things that they don't actually like, and being able to manage it, I think, is very, very important. Somebody talked about earlier about different types of people. There's some people that are very introverted and some people that are extroverts. How do you build on that relationship, having understanding of who that friend is? So I think it's very, very important. Maintaining and keeping relationships, I would say one thing is learn to be kind. And that going back to loving others, genuinely. When you are kind to others, there's no matter how difficult that person is, at a stage, that person will come back and say, that person is really kind, even when I don't deserve it. So it's very good to be kind to others. And also being a good listener. Listen to understand rather than listen to talk. Because sometimes when we are talking to people, we just cannot wait to butt in or to get in. Let's listen to actually understand people, and they will take it from there, because it's not a competition, but it's being an encouraging voice when you are in a relationship with people. Also, we don't know it all. We should learn how to open up to that friend as well, and also confide in them if they are confiding in us. Because obviously, you would have categorized the relationship. We have different kinds of relationship. That friend that is confiding in you all the time because the person believes in you, that you'll be able to give a very good advice. Also, confide in that friend as well. Spend quality time with friends. For example, going out for, even if you don't drink coffee, drink water when you get there, because the important thing is being there, having that presence with that individual, and show that you can be trusted as well. When somebody confides in you, hold it to your heart, because the person has come to you, believed in you, and confided in you, that you are responsible, that you are consistent, and committed as well. So I'm going to really talk briefly on building and maintaining work relationships. I've worked for a number of years, and I've held several positions. My belief is having the heart of a servant, which brings you into leadership. Leadership, the servants. So that's very important, very major. So when you have that, it's very crucial in a place of work. What can you bring to the table as a servant, as a leader, that will benefit others and the organization that you work in? It's very, very important, building on that. Attend network meetings with your friends, with your colleagues, conferences. Mingle with them and have that like-minded conversation. It might even be your senior leader, but when they find out that you're listening, you have that interest, you're authentic, and you have a heart of a servant, there's a lot of benefits to it. Practice effective communication. For example, choose your words wisely and listen to others when they are speaking, when they are giving their opinions. It's very important. Even if you don't agree, there are ways that you come out with constructive feedback to say, okay, I see where you're coming from, but this is where I'm coming from. Then having that constructive feedback is really very, very, very important when it comes to work relationships. Spend time finding out with your colleagues their interests outside work. For example, do they like golfing? What do they like? Have that good relationship with them. And also let them understand what you like, because some of the things that you like might impact them positively, and some of the things that they like as well might impact you as well. So we cannot be a single island. We have to be able to relate with our colleagues, and it enables us to have a very good relationship at work as well. So finally, in any relationships, do it with a heart of love, with a heart of care and dignity for the other person. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sister Bossa, for this wonderful time. Thank you for sharing with us. We have to have the heart of a servant. Very, 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 very key issue there. As a leader, we are here to serve. And for you to serve, you need to have a heart of servant. And I like the way it also said that we have to build a good relationship with our colleagues at work. Very, very important that we do that. So I just want to say thank you so much. You also said something about understanding the love, understanding. Learn and understand people. I think that is a key point, because sometimes we are so quick to judge. We are so quick to make an assumption, and we are so quick to even, disrespect them. But when we put on that heart of, I need to understand why that thing happened, why she behaving that way. And sometimes we always push ourselves as if we are perfect or we are better than that person. But whereas sometimes we need to reassess ourselves. Am I the one being wrong here? Because that is the only way we can move forward and maintain our relationship. We need to slow back, just stay back and think critically. I said, why is that? Why is she behaving that way? Why is he behaving that way? Because by understanding, it gives us also peace of mind. You can make peace with them easily. I know they will always say that it's not easy to forgive. But if you do your own part, and then, give him chance, second chance, or our chance to do our own path, you will see that at the end of it all, it's so easy to come together and to share our thoughts, and also to regain our trust, to regain our honesty, to regain our love. It's very important. And that's why this is very important on this platform, that we keep on talking about relationship, because it's everything. Lack of this relationship has damaged a lot of family, damaged a lot of relationship. But if we come together and start reasoning, say, yes, we can do better in our relationship as a leader. Yes, we need to humble ourselves, because we are not who do you think we are. We have confidence, yes. We are leader, yes. We have authority, yes. We have the power, yes. But it's not enough to build a relationship. We have to build our relationship with humility and love from the heart, and show kindness to people. So I want to say thank you so much, Ambassador Mrs. Bosa Osunde, for sharing with us in this, our leadership conference. We appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you. Right, we need to move on. I'm going to call on my dear sister. We've come a long way. Started our journey from since 2018. She came to me for me to mentor her. And I've seen a lot of transformation in her lives. And she's still growing. She's still taking territory. In fact, she's doing more better than me now. I don't need to be jealous because that is my duty. My duty is to encourage others to do better than us. And she is doing well. So allow me to invite her on this platform to speak to us, Ambassador Dr. Agnes Fortune Kanu. But before then, let me just appreciate Ambassador Joel. Please, you are speaking very soon. Don't leave. But after our sister Agnes, I would like to call in on Dr. Dragon if he's around. Thank you. Okay, the floor is yours, Ambassador Agnes Fortune.
Good morning to all. First of all, I'd like to give all glory to God and all praises for this journey in life. And you, Dr. Lucas, I want to say thank you to all our distinguished guests for the time you've taken to come to this program. And it's a special weekend because it's your birthday. Happy birthday, many, many more to come. And I have come a long way, like you said, since 2018. You have practically carried me, mentored me, kept telling me, yes, you can, yes, you can. And I finally realized, yes, I can. Thank you for that push. Thank you for the tough love. Sometimes you call me personally and let me have it. I appreciate those moments. That's what it's all about. Relationship matters. It starts with us, individual, how we relate to our parents, our children, our colleagues. And a relationship without love is not a relationship, because God is love. Relationship is patient, is kind, is understanding, is forgiving. Life is a journey. We will meet a lot of people, and from there we'll learn as we go. Sometimes we have a high expectation of other people. We want them to treat us the way we treat them. And that is not necessary. It goes back to your basic understanding of God. God is love. We have to learn to forgive. Not everybody can be there for you, but it's how we relate to each other. You understand them, and sometimes people disappoint you. They promise they don't come through, but that doesn't make them the enemy. We still learn how to cope with individuals. And everything is about relationship. Like I have a relationship with my children. My loving mother would go up and down. When I was little, she used to try to be so hard on me. As I grew older, that was the relationship we have formed. When I find myself in a bad situation, the first person I call is my mother because of the relationship, what she had taught me. So we always go back to where we start from: love, understanding, and patience. And Y.Y.C.I have taught me so much about relationship. Your mentorship, me acting with other people, meeting a lot of wonderful people, ambassadors, and some of them you click, some of them you don't, but we still feel like we are family. Y.Y.C.I have built a global family. Anybody that I see that say, yes, you can, I'm instantly driven to them because I know our foundation, where we come from. Mama Lucas have really built a strong bond. So we all will understand and love each other individually, understand that we are all from different worlds of earth, different parts. We have to accept and love each other for who we are. It's all about love. She gives nothing but love. Tough love, but love is for your benefit. She always push you to the front. Sometimes I want to go behind, and she said, no, you come in front or stand beside me. So I know that she loves me. She cares for me. She loves each and every one of us in a special way. She had taught me so much how to express myself. And the job I do dealing with the kids, running different organizations with the kids from different walks of the world. And I have learned a lot. It's all about patience and love and understanding. We must have a mutual understanding in this relationship matters. It's very important. So I want to say thank you all for your time, for showing love, for teaching us how to love one another. Thank you, Dr. Lucas. I love you. I appreciate you. You like next to my mom, my sister, my everything. And you forever in my heart. I love you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Agnes Fortune Kanu. He's also been conferred as African Queen. She's also been honored as a Doctorate of Humanity and Peace. She's also the Prime Minister of Liberia, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of New Atlantic. So we thank you for your time. Thank you for trusting us to work together. And we also thank you we thank God for your progress. We appreciate God because without God, it cannot be happening. And we also thank you for the relationship we have built together. We'll continue because it's a life journey. So thank you so much for sharing with us today. I like it where you said Y.Y.C.I is building a global family, a global relationship. Well, all of us are family in this world. Yes. We are one, and we will continue to do what is right, to get understanding, to be patient with one another, and also to love one another. If we as leaders can do our part, then others will follow our examples. And that is why this topic is very important for us as a leader to keep sharing it and keep improving ourselves. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we need to move on. And as usual, thank you so much for still patiently waiting, because we still want to hear from you all, our leaders, so that we can transform our lives, our relationship, and our leadership. We want to see change. Former president of United States of America said something, and I praise it and love it. He said, we are not looking for someone or somewhere to make a change. We are the one to make that change. And I just want to remind all our leaders here, you are the one to make the change. You have the solution to the problem of this world. You have the answer to their questions. You can't hide it. You can't stay indoors, but you need to share it. And that is why we thank God for this kind of platform where you can come and share. You are full of knowledge. You are full of wisdom. And that is why we have invited all our younger leaders to come and learn from you. And what did they give us in exchange? They give us the energy for us to guide them. They want to trust us. And we also need to make ourselves trustable. They want to depend on us so that because they know that we have seen it, they are just coming into it. So they want to trust us. They want to learn from us. And that is why this platform is all about. We are here with the younger leaders, older leaders, and the youngest leaders, so that we all come together, share together, learn together, grow together, and impact into this world. So I want to say thank you so much for joining us today. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. We are raising, and we are respecting the quality life that you are all living. And that is why we have that opportunity to have you with us, to share with us. So I want to say thank you for your time. So without wasting any other time again, I would like to call on Dr. Dragon Johnson from Macedonia. Am I correct this time?
Yes.
Okay,
Hello.
please share with us. And after that, Ambassador Joel, please get ready.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Thank you for inviting me there, Professor Dr. Elizabeth. I'm honored. I speak today, communication to a relationship is like oxygen is to life. Communication, the human connection is the key to personal and career success. Paula Mayer. Communication is one of the most important skills you require for a successful life. Catherine Pulsifer. Communication is your ticket to success if you pay attention and learn to it effectively. Communication in a relationship, its core, it's about connecting and using your verbal, written, and physical skills to fulfill your partner's needs. It's now about making small talk. It's about understanding your partner's point of view, offering support and letting your partner know you are there. According to age expert, people exhibit good communication when they pay attention and listen while their partner speaks. Listen to understand rather than listen to respond. Validate their partner's thought and feelings, often by acknowledging and repeating back some of what was said. why communication is the key to all relationship. In relationship, communication allow to you explain to someone else what you are expressing and what your needs are. The act of communication not only help to meet your needs, but it's also help you to be connected in your relationship. Types for better communication. Process your feeling first, thinking about timing. Start with statements and feelings. Focus on being heart and listening. Make compromising and resolution the goal. Set clear boundaries. Leave notice for your partner. Regularly check in throughout the day. Healthy communication in a relationship helps create the space for both people to share their thought and feelings, express their needs, set healthy boundaries, learn how to deal with relationship conflict together and resolve uses when they arise, so they don't become increasingly problematic. Communication is part of the foundation to any successful working relationship. Effective communication includes clarity, consensus, and coherence between all parties. How to communicate it and connect the pair with your partner. Ask open questions. Having the pair conversation would mean allowing your partner to express themselves more freely. Be a good listener. Emphasize with your partner without judging. Prioritize these conversations. Aside from all out above behavior, blaming and shaming may be the fastest way to kill your connection. Both behaviors communicate content for your partners, displaying that you view him or her as benefit you are of deserving of scorn. And the conclusion, communicate it better and make your relationship beautiful. Relationships are always to be cherished and gift of God. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Dragon from Macedonia. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Yes, communication is very important when we are talking about relationship. It's very, very important because that is one of the elements that we can use to transfer our information, to share our thoughts and also to speak from heart to heart and be open. So communication is very important. It's only for us to just know the time to communicate, the right mode to communicate, the right language to communicate, to communicate in relationship. That is what we need to be working on. And guess what? Yes, we can. Yes, we can improve our relationship. Yes, we can maintain it. And yes, we can keep it. And on top of it all, even if some of the relationship is breaking down, guess what? Yes, we can reconnect, because the more we are understanding, the better we are understanding how it works, and we apply it to our lives, then the better we reconnect, the better we appreciate ourselves and appreciate others, especially husband and wife. It takes a long way for husband and wife to build their relationship, but keep communicating, keep talking. Just make sure you talk at the right time and then talk the right message, and also put some emotions like smiling, calming, Because it's all good. It's all good, you know. You know, you don't want to talk people down. Definitely, there will always be one problem or argument. Yes, there will be. But if we can just, you know, put an extra mile into it, like, hello, love, hello, darling. You are the tough, you are the big person in the whole world. That one we, you know, we make that person feel, yes, 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 what do you want to say? You know, let's be practical. That's what I want to say. Let's be practical with this. It's not just saying it, but practice it. Because the more we practice it, the more we gain, the more we get better. Because we are not perfect, we are human beings. But we can get better. Just the way we work hard to make it, to create wealth, to get the money, to succeed, to profit, to, you know, the same way we need to do with our relationship. Because even if you are rich today, somebody needs to enjoy the rich. Somebody needs to enjoy the money you have. You need to share it and enjoy with somebody. So that is why you have to build that relationship. It could be in your working place. The way you present yourself and the way you look at, perceive your working environment is the way that you will feel it or enjoy it. So if you see your working environment as, oh, I'm only there to just make money, you will frustrate yourself. But if you make it, it's an opportunity to meet different people with different characters. So you've already tune in with your mindset and say, yes, I want to go there and enjoy it. Some people, especially if you work in the hospital, they spend 12 hours. Do you want to make yourself for 12 hours be miserable? That is part of life. So create an atmosphere for yourself to make everything around you to be more enjoyable. And how do you want to do that? Is by understanding people, by managing people, by opening up and release yourself. You are just human being. You are not a machine or robot that people have to control. You can control yourself. So the same thing, this communication is very important. That we need to know the right thing to say at the right time, the right language, and also the what do you call it? The way you present it and how you present your words, your message is very, very important in relationship. I'm also learning. I'm learning this. I will be honest with you. We've started this conference 2 years ago. It has transformed my life. I've learned a lot from all our great leaders. So if I said I'm a mentor, I'm also a mentee. Because I'm here to learn from me. And I believe the same thing will happen to every one of us. We are learning from one another to get better. So thank you so much for sharing with us, Dr. Dragon, from Macedonia. Is it? Am I right?
Great.
Okay.
Yes, great.
Yes. So let's move on to call our great leader from Nigeria, Ambassador Joel Olaniyan. After that, I might surprise another person, which I'm seeing him for the first time. So after Ambassador Joel Olaniyan, please, Ambassador Olufemi Orilua, get ready. The floor is yours, sir. Ambassador Joel Olaniyan. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, please. That's it. Thank you so much.
Hello, can you hear
sir.
me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. Prof. Dr. Lucas, for this opportunity. And by the way, happy birthday. I wish you the very best. Thank you for
so
impacting life. This is my third time joining, and it's been wonderful, listening to great leaders. By the way, let me confess that I'm one of the youngest leaders, like Prof. Lucas rightly said. And I'm so happy to be part of this community. And I have learned a lot from people since I've joined. And to me, that is just what the word is. There is a particular book I read. It said, give the world a smile. And the best way to give the world a smile is to maintain positive relationships so that people can, be happy. So today, I just want to talk about choose health. Choose health, just like Dr. Dragan said. He said communication is to relationship what oxygen is to life. So I would say relationship is health. When you are in a positive relationship, you stay healthy. And nobody wants to be sick all the time. Nobody wants to be in the hospital. I have this very true life story of someone who eventually was hospitalized, and they checked, they couldn't find what was wrong with him or her, and he was dying. And at a point, the doctor was inspired and asked him. He said, "Sir, did you offend somebody, or did somebody offend you? Did you offend anyone, or somebody offend you? Can you think about that?" And after some time, he remembered that he had not forgiven someone, and he had that bitterness, and that bitterness translated into ill health. So the moment he started to release himself, to forgive that person, the healing started in his body, and that is how he eventually recovered. So that's why I'm saying that we should choose health. If we are choosing positive relationships, then we are choosing health. And I have an acronym, CHOOSE. The C stands for communication. The H stands for happiness and humility. The O stands for opinion counts. Let our opinion counts. Another O stands for openness. Should be open-minded. And I think Ambassador Bossa, she also mentioned it. S stands for service and self-awareness. And the last E is emotional intelligence. All right. So what I want to say, I think Dr. Dragan has talked so much about communication, and Prof. Elizabeth has also stressed more points on that. I would like to break communication into three parts. We have the words we say, which research tells us that just 7% of our words counts. What matters is how we say it, and 38% has been given to how we say those words, the way people feel about what we say, the way we pass the message across. Yeah, and the last percentage, which is even the most, is the gesture. The gesture with which we communicate matters a lot, and that takes 55%. The remaining 55% is the body language, how we relate with ourselves, the kind of attitude we put up whenever we convey those messages. So that will make us to stay in healthy relationship. When people know that we are warming up to them, people know that we are very, very transparent in our communication. We don't hold back. And then we are happy. We are happy people. We show happiness. We don't come, even when we are passing through challenges, we stay happy and humble. Humility is a great virtue to be able to win anybody, anyone. When we are humble, we pass our message in a humble manner. As the good book says, that soft answers turneth away wrath. So when we are humble and we pass our message, it is contaminating. It helps people to identify with us very, very greatly. And our opinion also matters. Thank you so much, Prof. Lucas, for giving us this opportunity to say our opinion, to say what we think about the subject matter. Opinion counts. We need to be brave enough to share our knowledge. We need to be brave enough to share our what God has blessed us with. And then we need to be open-minded, open to criticism, positive criticism. We should welcome challenges as well. We should be open to all and transparent. Then service. Oh, this is the greatest of it, I would say. We need to serve. We need to give ourselves to the world. We need to, be spent and spend our time to service of humanity. Nothing gives us joy than servitude. It is when we serve others and we make the life of others beautiful and meaningful that our own life also becomes meaningful. And when we are self-aware, we'll be able to serve better. And lastly, emotional intelligence, that is, we put the emotions, the feelings of others, we place it ahead of ours. We mind people's surroundings, we mind their backgrounds. Whenever we communicate with them, we understand with them, we're able to put ourselves in their shoes. This will promote what we call equality. So we all have a place in this world. We don't have to take everything to ourselves. We have a place. Everybody has a place. The sky is so wide that all the birds of the world still find their place. So why not human beings? Human beings should be able to have a place. We should accommodate people. We should let people speak out. We should be able to hear them so that we can together resolve our issue. Prof. Lucas, you have said it all. We are the solution to the world. We have to believe in ourselves. Yes, we can. And by God's grace, we will. Thank you so much, Prof. Lucas, for this opportunity, and to everyone. Yes, we can. Thank you.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Please always remember that in everything we do, no matter how difficult it is, always remember, yes, I can. I can overcome it. I can achieve it. And I can fulfill my dream. Thank you so much, Ambassador Joy Olaniyan. I really appreciate your talk today. I reason with you with that groups. I miss out the R. Can you just remind me of the R? What is R? Or can anybody remind me? Because I missed that one.
An acronym of choosing health. So I didn't mention the R. I was taking that. So relationship
what did you?
is health.
Health, okay, is age.
Relationship is health. What
right.
Oxygen is to life. Relationship it is to health.
Thank you so much.
When we are good, when we have good relationships, we stay healthy.
Wonderful, wonderful. You see the importance of asking questions. I've written down R, and I know I want to get it right. And that is why I've asked questions. So feel free to be asking questions because we don't know it all. I just clarified my own now. So thank you so much for the clarity. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move on. Before we move on, I just want to quickly say thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Alisa. Wow, you are still here. I thought you've left to go and have another nap. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much as well, African Queen, the first 80 American and African Queen, Mama Bazi. Thank you so much. We also want to thank Dr. Karim. I'm still going to call you. Please don't leave. Professor Edward, are you here? Are you here with us? Professor Edward Murdoch from Canada. Are you here with us? I just want to know if you are here with us so that we can call you to speak. We want to know who is here. Dr. Karim, are you here with us? Because I know the connection is really bad, but we we are unstoppable, and we continue to do what we love to do, by coming together and sharing together. So let's appreciate Dr. Soraya Bano. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to call you very soon. Thank you. We really appreciate your time. Now, let's call on, have I missing? Ambassador Olufemi Orilua. Are you still here? I see now, and it looks like, okay. Can you share with us, sir? Quickly. Ambassador Olufemi Orilua, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Thank you so much. Yes, we can. Thank you.
All right. It's nice to be here, and I thank Dr. Lucas for bringing me into this platform. I'm Father Oluwafemi Victor, CSSP. I'm a Catholic priest speaking from UK here.
Oh yes, oh yes. Now I can. You are welcome, sir. You've come to UK for your sabbatical leave.
Sabbatical, yes.
Oh
yes.
yes, and now we are also troubling your leave to come and speak to us on this platform. You are welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I just want to borrow a leaf from Dr. Dragon from what he said, because my plan today is just to listen. And then just as he said in communication in relationship has to do with listening to understand than listening to respond. So my intention today actually was planned to listen to understand, but notwithstanding, since Mama has called me to say something, I will simply share my little thought for today, which I see as what I call the faith of a confidant. That we shouldn't be too excited when people open up to us. You know, in a relationship, we can be so excited that people take us as confident. And we must be careful when they share their inner life with us, because many times when people do that, they tend to cling to us in such a way that they become parasitic. They feel like you are like their second self. So there is no point going. And if you are not careful, that can lead somewhere else, which we may not like. And again, some people, they may later begin to see us as threats because of the fact that we now have a script of their life. And on that note, they may begin to interpret our reaction and whatever we do to them in terms of what they shared with us. So for the fact that we have the knowledge of their lives, they may think that when you talk, when you say something, when you behave one way or the other, that you are reacting to what they share with you. So we have to preserve that honor of being a confidant, but be wise. And then we must be nice and unprejudiced or biased in our advice. In every situation, we have to be generous to such kind of people so that we don't fall prey to their mindset. That's just the simple thing I want to talk about there, so that we shouldn't be so proud of being confident to people, so that we can be wisely, we manage that with wisdom. And that is part of what we can also use to cement good relationship. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, sir. And I want to really apologize because I only say your name. I didn't see all your titles. Reverend Father Olufemi Oriluo is one of our minister in Nigeria, a great minister, great man of God, and he's just coming here for sabbatical leave. And I think that sabbatical leave, all the churches will be inviting him. So I don't know how he managed to come here and rest, because we all need our Father to pray for us in one thing or the other. So thank you so much, sir, for spending time together with us this afternoon. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. We need to move on now, and I would like to call on there's Y.Y.C.I. Hold on a minute. Dr. Karim R. Ellis, are you here? Breakthrough Strategies. I think it's the connection. In fact, I would only call you once or twice, please. Okay, Professor Dr. Edward Mogdon from Canada. Okay, now we move on to call on Ambassador Noor Ahmed to share with us.
Hello, 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 and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, whoever joined from the different parts of the world today. And yes, of course, welcome to all of you for the Transformational Leadership Conference by Y.Y.C.I International, where main theme is relationship matter. Definitely relationship matter. In the previous event, I was talking about how youth relationship should be happen or should be maintained to get a good output from them. Today, I'm talking about the relationship within the family. All the honorable, you already know that nowadays the family are breaking down for the bad commitment of family member relationship as well as for the partner each other. So I would like to focus that mainly the mainly the three things actually contribute that breakdown of any family. Number one, if I consider that compromise, because none of the family members, if I talk about, want to compromise themselves to get something, even some of another one interest. They are always talking about their own interest. The compromisation, the lack of compromisation is one of the great contributor to break the family. Another one, trust. And the third one, that is respect. Trust and respect are these are the another core things that is not maintaining the nowadays, because someone earning that much, someone earning that much, I mean lower upper, even in the case of decision making, whoever earn from the high scale of salary or high scale of amount, we actually give them best priority to give the decision rather than think about the other one. So we have to we have to respect, and we have to trust each other for our own interests, for our own positive relationship in our family. Now, I would like to focus some great way. How can we build the great relationship within our family? Trust me, if we focus this way, I think you can able to get a good and healthy relationship within your family. Number one, please spend together when your device is off. Spend together when your device is off, even if it is required to talk each other or one-to-one in the dinner time or after office time. That will actually give you the great connection each other. That will actually bring the love, bring the affection of each other. Because try to talk each other or try to be together in any kinds of 5 or 10 minutes, even them half an hour's meeting without without your device on. So that would be very fruitful. Number two, I would like to focus, try to do some fun activities. That will also bring the another great way to bring everyone together. Because when you do some fun items, some fun things, fun activities, another person will love, another person will enjoy, another person will actually connect with you as well. So fun activities also required within a great and healthy family relationship. And number three, I would like to focus when your children, when your partner, when the family member want to share some of their words, please try to stop your work. Try to stop you by using using your phone and devices, because your positive action, your active listening can be the can reflect that you will actually give the priority, give the respect, give the love to the other person, whatever he or she want to share. So try to do so. Number 4, if I focus, that be open to talk any kinds of difficulty. When we are facing some difficulties, we actually are moving corner. We are not talking each other. Thinking that yes, if I share some of my difficulties, they will feel some other thing. They will feel. You are not feeling secure to share your all the negative things or difficult moments. Please don't do that. Try to share each other if possible. Try to share in another way that make you feel confident. Convenient. Number 5, try to make a plan when any difficulties situation going on. That will actually help you to retrieve all the negative things into the positive one. Because whenever any negative things happen, trust me, thousands of positive door is opening. So you have to think about by the triple planning. So next one, I would like to focus encourage each other. So maybe you are thinking that encourage, what does it mean? Encourage that you are good, you are great. No, encourage each other talent, each other priorities, each other things that he or she, even your children, feeling so much comfortable, even they feel so much special by their own talent, own ideas, own abilities. Try to do so. Next one, I would like to focus that include your children in decision making. Please don't make me wrong. In decision making, I'm talking about in any kinds of fun activities, any kind of occasional activities, because they have some another plan for themselves. So try to include them in any kinds of occasion and decision making somewhat. So create some family rules together. This is actually totally absent in our family, even in most of the family. Try to do some rules, family rules. That would be fun. That would be great. Anything happen, we can't actually lose each other. Anything negative happen, we can't actually, we will definitely respect each other, and some other things we have to make some rules that will actually help you booster. And the last but not the least, I like to focus on share family stories and memories somewhat. Like when you all are sitting together to do a fun without opening your device, trust me, in the time you can also recall some of the memories, some of the stories, even some ghost stories, some of the another tactical funny stories that will actually make the great bonding each other. So there's a lot of way. Don't try to actually break down your family by with your stool of your words, with click of your blink of your action. Don't do that. Try to do something that connect each other more deeply, because after a day, after your hectic day, after your job life, trust me, you need a peace by your family. So try to do so. Thank you so much, all of you, for hearing with patience. I think relationship is matter. And thank you so much, dear honorable mentor, Professor Dr. Elizabeth Lucas Apalalo, for arranging such impactful topic by this conference, because this topic are not that much flag out, because most of we are, our living standard is going up, but we are thinking that our family also break down. So relationship is matter. Thank you so much for hearing me, patient.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Noon Ahmed. You're doing great with this, your videoing. You will be very good at broadcasting. Good. And that is one thing about Y.Y.C.I International. We encourage people to develop their gift, to develop their talent, and to develop their skills. Let me tell you something. Do you know that, and I'm sure some of our men also does it, they do it. Do you know that it's so possible? Well, I've witnessed some of the people here as well. When it is time for World Cup, everybody will start booking their tickets, booking their hotel with their own money. This ticket, this hotel, this travel ticket as well, is not cheap. It can be thousands upon thousands. Then they have to book it here in UK. Some of them have to book it a year in advance. Once they've mentioned the place where they'll be doing the World Cup, they start booking. They start doing it, preparing. What are they preparing to do? They are preparing to go there to watch somebody demonstrating their skills and their gifts. And the Bible says, our gifts will make room for us. And we don't have to limit ourselves with one gift or one skills. In this modern world of technology, you have to develop different gifts, different skills, because you never know the condition. You never know the situation that you find yourself. So if one is not working in one side, it could be working the other side. Let me also, so people will queue up. People will buy their tickets to go and watch somebody demonstrating their gift. Why not you? That people will spend their thousands to come and watch, or to come and listen to, or to come and experience, or to gain your knowledge, your wisdom, your activities. Why not you to become an innovator, where you will create something and then for years, people will enjoy it. We are all in our different houses. Do you know that somebody got the idea and introduced house to us for us to live on? So why not you? Les Brown and some other great leaders, motivational speakers, they always say something. They say, the richest place in this world is cemetery. Why? Because people were buried with the information, their knowledge, their gifts that they didn't recognize and they didn't build up, they didn't develop. So I just want to see this opportunity to say, well done, Ambassador Noon, for first of all, searching who you are, your purpose, and also tapping into opportunities that will lead you to meet your goals, to fulfill your purpose, and to reach your destiny. So keep up the good works. We are all, as a leader, proud of you. You represent your generation, and you are the pioneer of the greatness that is in you. So thank you so much.
Thank you
So
so much.
keep rising, keep
You
doing,
actually
keep
give me
tapping.
the way. You actually give me the way. You actually make me feel so special, because it's very in the world, in another world, there is a very few leaders who actually bond the other leaders in this way. Trust me, I don't know why. How can you get all the positive things from your inner soul? Because whenever I have heard all the words that you have shared with me, and trust me, I'm just wondering that how beautiful you are in your mind, that you are actually praising us, inspire others such a beautiful way. Because expressing is another great asset for every single person. Because I love my mother. If I'm not expressing my love to my mother, how can my mother actually feel that you actually expressing all the love, all the affection, all the gratitude towards me as well as ours? That really means a lot to me. Trust me, there is a number of reasons to break down a family, but there is a number of ways to rebuild your family, to connect each other. Thank you so much. I have learned that from you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I'm also learning from you, because I don't know it all. I mean, my mentors, they are on the platform. They watch me what I do. They scold me. They correct me. I've got so many professors. You know me, I'm just ordinary. So I didn't read too much book. I was just honored. But then we have Professor Nada, we have Professor Suraya, we have professors and professors. Professor, my daddy is here, Professor Apapio. So I'm also learning from them all. So we are all learning together. So thank you so much for trusting in me to mentor you. I think you started this with us right from 2020 when I just called you 5 minutes to my conference when there was a little bit of disappointment, and I just call you and say, hey, Branu, come to my conference. I know you haven't done it before, but trust me, the power of yes, you can is behind you. Come and moderate, and you did very well. And since then, you never stop. That is it. We get prepared. Let me tell you something about life. You have to prepare yourself. When the situation you cannot control, and the situations are just permanent, they are not permanent. But if you hold yourself and change your mindset from negative thought to positive thought, and then you say to yourself that what I'm going through now, I am going to overcome it. Then you keep saying it to yourself, you find yourself overcoming it. But the issues I want to bring up to you is that while you are overcoming your situation, you are actually preparing for your greatness. You are preparing for the opportunity. So keep doing what you are doing right now, wherever you are, in respect of any country, anywhere you are. Keep preparing yourself, because you know what? Next on the line is your name, and somebody somewhere is watching you. You don't have to know the person. You will just have a knocking at your door, and they will say to you, I've been looking for you. I want to sponsor you. I want to take you to America. I want you to represent my company. I want you to be the director of my company. Why? Because you are busy preparing yourself. You are busy renewing your mindset. You are busy building your career. You are busy maintaining your relationship and how you present yourself in the world. You were busy getting better, and you are busy developing your skills, your gifts, and your talents. You might not know them, but they are all watching you all. And that is why this Yes You Can International has created this platform for us to connect with our world leaders. And I'm so humbled that anytime I call on them to come and share on my platform, they are ready. Because you know what? They're even watching me, what I'm doing. So that is why it's so easy for them to say, yes, 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 I'm coming to your platform. I'm coming to your conference to come and teach. So be aware of that. How you present yourself, how you are speaking, how you are learning and developing yourself matters, especially relationship you are building, you are maintaining, and you are keeping. Well, this is not the time for me to speak. I see how few great leaders to come and share with us today. So let me not waste the time. Okay, Dr. Eric Tango, do you want to share with us today? And after Dr. Eric Tango from Canada, can Professor Ravina Rena be ready? Can Professor M.S. Pavaz be ready? And can Mrs. Robina Pavaz be ready? Can also, because immediately I just want to, because we don't want to waste any time. Can Ambassador Vivian Akuyoma be ready? So I will just be calling immediately the speakers have finished their speech. So for the platform is yours now, my Honorable Dr. Eric Tandok from Canada.
Thank you very much, Dr. Queen Elizabeth, and advance happy birthday. And good morning to all eminent speakers and leaders here. All my friends here, I saw familiar faces, so I don't need to mention their name because it will take time, but you know who are you, who you are. Okay. Actually, I came here to support you, Dr. Queen Elizabeth. It's 3 o'clock in my morning. It's really, really difficult to wake up. But because of support and
Thank
maintaining
you
relationship,
so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We appreciate you. This is a big sacrifice. And this is another way of building our relationship. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Continue.
you got it right, Doctor. Building relationship. That's why we're here to support, love, guide, mentor. That is actually the components of building relationship. I'm listening to other speaker here. They mention self-love, self-care, being kind, listen, support, respect, trust, to name a few. Spend quality time. But for me, building a relationship is giving your undivided attention. People are observing you. Sometimes we are in a certain event because we want to build that networking, because we are coach, we are speaker, we are leader, we are trainer. But only our purpose is to get clients. People are observing us. We should give an undivided attention. For me, building a relationship requires common sense. Common sense is not so common that we suffer. I've seen a lot of great speaker with beautiful voice, but later on, after their time to speak, they are still there in the Zoom, but they are in their phone or they're talking to somebody. That is not giving your full attention. So, building a healthy relationship to your husband, to your wife, to your friend, to your neighbors, to your community, to your society, it requires common sense. Common sense is not so common that we are suffering. I would love to say also that when you want to build a healthy relationship, it's an art. Building a relationship is an art. What does it mean? And I'm going to put it in the chat box. Building a healthy relationship is an art. Divide that into three. Art refers to A, affection. I mentioned a while ago attention, but it can also be affection. R, it means respect. P, trust. Now, if you are really listening, our friend and brother from Bangladesh, Brother Noor, mentioned these three actually: affection, trust, and respect. But I would like to focus my talk in here. What is affection? Affection, when we define it, it's a gentle feeling of fondness or liking. Okay? So if you have that affection, then you are actually building a healthy relationship. Now, let's go to respect. What is respect? Okay? A due regards for the feelings, wishes, or the rights or the tradition of others you respect. That is the second component. And another one, the T. What is trust? The firm belief in the rights of others, their ability, the truth, strength of someone. That is trust. You trust them. So building a relationship is a form of art. A-R-T. You can also build a relationship. It's not a rocket science, actually. It's just a common sense. Confucius told this to us. The great Confucius. Don't do to others what you don't others want to do unto you. Right? If you want to be respected, you respect others. If you want people to listen to you, listen to them. If you want to be loved, love the people around you. So again, building relationship is an art. It's a common sense. When I say common sense, don't do others what you don't want others to do unto you. And that was mentioned by Confucius. I don't want to make it longer. I can say a lot. I can say more, but I want to listen to other speakers. Thank you very much, Dr. Queen Elizabeth. This is my support and love to you. Over to you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for you to even have woke up 3:00 a.m. It's a big commitment to relationship. And I want to say we appreciate you. I personally appreciate you, sir. It's a big commitment. It's a big sacrifice. And now you know the reason why we are connecting with one another, because every one of us contributes to that relationship, that connection. It's not the job of one person. Yes, I might decide to invite you, but you can decide not to come, especially when you have a very good reason. Because 3:00, I mean, thank you so much. I mean, we also have Dr. White still around. We have Mommy African Queen from America still. I just want to appreciate you all. Thank you, because you didn't leave me to do the job alone. You were here to support me in mentoring the youth and the youth leaders. And that is the unit that gave me the power, the strength. So I want to say thank you that you trust me and you also ready to support me to the end. Thank you so much. Okay, we need to move on now. Professor Ravinda Rena, I would love to call you to speak, but let me quickly call on one of my leaders that has been here since 10:00, Kande Kambo. Is he here? Kande Kambo, Ambassador Kande Kambo. Okay, it's not here. All right. The floor is yours, my professor, busy professor.
Yes,
busy professor from
Prof,
South
thank you very
Africa.
much. Prof, thank you very much, colleagues from different corners of the world. Always my privilege, and also I'm excited to be part of the Y.Y.C.I International and all other supporters and ambassadors and leaders, great leaders from different corners that we are here to support, and we are here to show our love and concern, and we learn from each other. And every time when Queen Elizabeth brings us together to share the important issues. And the issue today that was chosen for the past 2-3 days is that relationship that matters. Relationship between the father and son, relationship between the wife and husband, and the different angles, and the maybe uncle and aunties, and whatever the relationship that we have, or the relationship that we really have with our own bosses, our own colleagues, our subordinates, and whichever the way that we look at. And previous colleagues, the honesty, commitment, and the dedication for the kind of fellow human being. So the trust that is one of the important element in life, where the trust is, we are taking years to build this trust, but it takes few seconds to break trust actually. So trust is such a delicate matter, but in the relationship, trust, place, and honesty, integrity, and all that unconditional love, these are the fundamentals. They play a vital role. And we all know that, ladies and gentlemen, we will be leaving this world for good in one day or the other. Probably some people leave a bit earlier, some people will leave a bit later, but we all will be leaving plus minus in about 80 to 110 years time. None of us are going to survive on this planet. If we know this point, if we strictly apply our minds that we are here only temporary, we are not the hosts here, only the Mother Earth is the host, and guests here. Guests cannot stay forever at one place. So we are the guests. We will be leaving this world for good. And I indicated in my previous speeches that plus minus about 8 billion people on this planet so far. This is the number of human beings that they lived on this planet so far. And all of them are left. Now we have 8 billion people living today on this planet. So every single day, probably 150,000 plus. So out of this 150,000 people, 25,000 people are dying from India alone. And we about 15 to 20,000 people dying from America alone, and probably about 30,000 or 35,000 will die from China alone. So this kind of things are going on. Now, knowing all these facts, we are doing and how we are doing, that is what matters. That's where the relationship matters actually. So the relationship we supposed to now we have, if we look at the global statistics of 8 billion, 3.5 billion people on this planet, they are of Christian faith. Close to 2.8 to nearly 3 billion people are there. Maybe 1.5 billion people are Hindu faith. And we have other religions like Jains, Buddhists, and Zoroastrians, so on and so forth. There are also other faiths. Now, when everyone, there are only few people, probably less than 10% or 12% people on this planet, they are atheists, they don't believe in a God. And remaining, all of us, we believe in God, but priests or archbishops or whoever that they teach and preach at the churches and all the religious places. Now, if we don't trust among ourselves, if we don't build trust in our relationships, then who else can do that actually? So the archbishops themselves or the popes themselves, they are also between the people, those who are really blindly believing on them. Now, this is the fundamentals that is very important in our life. The relationship matters. In the relationship, honest, wholeheartedly that we need to work for somebody. If you don't want to work, but don't harm them. So this is the simple thing that you don't need to have a degree from Cambridge University or Oxford University or Harvard University to do this actually. We are all matured enough, we are all intelligent enough. What we need to do is that we need to apply our common sense and our priorities that we will be leaving this world one day. Whether you are a rich man like the rich will go to the same place and the poor man and a common man will go to the same place. In between, how best we are trying to create, that's what is important. Now, if you look at these people among our colleagues and among our relatives and family members, there are so people giving us the fake smile than the real smile actually. It is difficult for us to think with the fake smile, the real smile. Give the real smile and do the real things with the real heart. That's what that kind of person only build the true relationships among people actually. Because of nature of the world that is created, we are running after the money. We are not looking at what we have in our hand, but we don't have in our hand. We are running after them. We are wasting our time for nothing. And then the time is too short. Whether you have billions in your bank account or trillions in your bank account, that is not going to take you anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It is only the trust-free relationship that you created with your family member, one friends on the other side, colleagues on the other side, and also the neighborhood and the community. That's what remains actually. The legacy, the few leaders that we talk like Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, and many other leaders that we talk about. Why remember them? The relationships that they build wholeheartedly without expecting much. So the expectation is one of the biggest cause actually. So if I to reduce but I do this thing for you wholeheartedly. That is what is important to us. I think in the rest of time, I would like to conclude by saying thanks again it's always a pleasure to be part of this program. Thank you, Varanda.
Thank you so much, sir. We really, really appreciate your time. Thank you for sharing with us that it's very important that we build our relationship with our family as well. And it's very, very important because what we have is what we give. And they always say that charity begins from home. So how we spend time with our family is the quality the quality there that we're going to give to the world. We have to place an order, let there be order in your own house before you start creating order for somebody else. So it's very, very important that we know all these things. So thank you so much, Professor Ravde. I know you are very, very busy. I didn't see your jacket today. So probably you are
now,
writing.
Professor, I came here on holidays, come to attend conferences, parallel conferences.
Okay.
I'm here in India right now.
Wow.
I'll be going back to South Africa in about 2 weeks.
Wow, 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 wow. And guess what? All my family in India are really, really, really waiting for me to come over to India.
Please do come,
Yeah,
Prof. We would like to see you in India.
I'll plan. You see, I can see Ambassador Gumati smiling there. Yes, because I can see Dr. Suraya saying, yes, yes, we want you to come to India. I will. God's time is the best. When it is time, when God opens the door, I will be there by God's grace. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor Ravinda.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much
much.
as
Thank you,
well,
colleagues.
Dr. Tandok. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Okay, let's move on to start calling on let me move on. I don't know if he's still here or I will just call his name. Dr. Suraya, are you ready for us?
Yes. Very good
Okay.
evening to one and all.
Hold on a second, ma'am. After Dr. Suraya Bano, can Ambassador Tabitha J be ready, please? Ambassador Kehinde Moyin-Oluwa, be ready. Ambassador Robinson Powers, be ready. Evangelist Grace, be ready. Pastor Samuel Basil, please be ready. And also Mr. Emeka, be ready, please, so that we can all speak. And also Ambassador Abdul Ganiu Karim, be ready. So over to you, Dr. Immediately after Dr. Suraya, can Ambassador Gumati be ready, please? Please, immediately after Dr. Suraya. Yes, over to you, ma'am.
Very good evening to one and all. This is Professor Dr. Suraya Bano from Chhattisgarh, India. I am working as an assistant professor since 30 years and as a global peace ambassador and Y.Y.C.I ambassador also. Today the topic is how to build, maintain and keep any relationship. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, it is surprising how much you can accomplish if you don't care who gets the credits. To build and maintain great and healthy relationship, I want to share some tips. Find shared interest when we engage a team, treat them well, talk more than business, be reliable, find own uniqueness, continue going above and beyond, get to know yourself, take the time to appreciate yourself and get in touch with your emotions to be able to express yourself clearly and more effectively. Put in the work, be transparent and inclusive, set and respect boundaries, talk and listen, let go of control, reflect and learn. Mutual respect. Respect means that each person values who the other is and understand the other person's boundaries. Trust. Partnership place trust in each other and give each other the benefits of the doubt. Honesty, compromise, individuality, good communication, anger control, and fighting fear. These are the some tips to build and maintain great and healthy relationship. In the words of Earl Nightingale, our rewards in life will always be in exact proportion to the amount of consideration we show towards others. Then the question arises, what is the most important thing to maintain a relationship? in my views, is the trust and open communication. Trust, one of the most important parts of a relationship is to trust one another completely. We have to be able to trust that they won't stray, and we trust them with our feelings. We have to trust each other enough to be vulnerable on an emotional and physical level too. Open communication, one hallmark of a healthy relationship is the ability to communicate openly. Significant others should be able to talk about how they are feeling and empathize with one another. If it is difficult to share true feelings with the other person, it may mean more trust needs to be built. In the words of Ben Stein, personal relationships are the fertile soil from which all advancement, all success, all achievement in real life grows. The ways to nurture a new relationships are build a rock solid foundation, make time for deep conversation, develop a friendship with your partner, allow each partner to contribute equally, show up for each other, schedule up for each other, schedule regular check-ins, let your partner know you respect them, and last one is create daily rituals. In the words of Zig Ziglar, I believe that you can get everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. Then the question arises, what would life be without relationships? Healthy relationships, those that are mutually caring and giving, are necessary for personal success. Everyone needs someone to learn from and share ideas with. Good relationships offer understanding when we fail, confidence when we are in doubt, and celebration as we go through life. They also allow us opportunities to give, to mentor, to share. Take time to nurture and appreciate the relationships that make a difference in our business and our life. In the words of David Cottrell, teamwork is connected independence. Now I conclude, people who have healthy relationships are more likely to feel happier and satisfied with their lives. They are less likely to have physical and mental health problems. Healthy relationships can increase our sense of worth and belonging and help us feel less alone. No relationship is happy all of the time. Like life, relationships go through ups and downs, but if we cultivate skills in empathy, communication, conflict, commitment, and love, we might find our relation get stronger. At last, I want to share nice thoughts said by Bernard Borcher. One of the secrets of a life and fruitful life is to forgive everybody, everything, every night before going to bed. This is from my side. And in advance, many, many happy returns of the day, our Queen Elizabeth, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank you
listening.
so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Suraya Bano. We've really learned a lot of principles today from your speech. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We really appreciate you. And we will continue to build our relationship. We will continue to build and maintain and keep our relationship, because all the things that you have shared with us today, together with all our great leaders, I mean, we cannot shy away from it. The reason why Transformational Leadership Conference is like this is because we just don't want to talk. We want to improve. We want to get better in our relationship, because we need to be the lead. We need to be the pioneer, and we are the one to lead the people to the next level. So if we can continue to learn and build ourselves up, getting ourselves better, renewing our mindset or grow our mindset, then there will be transformation. And I believe that we are all transforming with our great, great leaders on this platform. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Dr. Suraya Banu from India. Still stay in India. Thank you. Thank you so much. Still stay in India. We would like to call on Ambassador Kumadi Prasanti. Please share with us this afternoon.
Namaste, greetings from India. And foremost, I would like to thank Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas, ma'am, for giving me such a wonderful platform throughout the last year and now. So life is interconnected. The key message is that building, maintaining, and sustaining relationships requires time. We form relationships because we genuinely like someone, have something to offer that person, or share a common goal. Yes, relationship matters. Taking the time to slow down and reflect is fundamental to growing our relationship. Investing in human relationships is the best option. Relationships can be made even in times of crisis, and often a crisis can bring us together like this pandemic. Adversity draws us together and produces harmony in life's relationships. Speaking globally, the strength of every nation lies in the strength of the bonds that unite us. Through strong relationships, we can make a difference. It takes time to build that loyal relationship, but it's worth it. We need to look at it from a global perspective because no one can live alone, neither can any nation. We belong together because of the interdependence of one another, and we treasure it in our lifetime. Yes, relationship, as said by Professor Dr. Charles, need 3 C's: communication, compromise, and commitment. I once again thank Elizabeth ma'am for providing me this opportunity, and team YS-UCAN International for providing such a wonderful platform. Thank you everyone for your patience hearing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ambassador Kumati Prasanti from India. She's also one of our admin and also our prayer coordinator. So we appreciate you. We appreciate your time because we know that without prayer behind the scene, things will not go smoothly. We need prayer. We need God's intervention. And that is why we have our Y.Y.C.I prayer group, so that we'll be praying behind the scene. We will be praying even when there is no conference. We are still praying because we need God's intervention. So thank you so much for your contribution on relationship this afternoon. I'm feeling relaxed, but we will soon finish on time so that we can also do other things that you want to do, and I appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Dr. Eric Tanger. Thank you so much. Professor Nada, thank you for your smile and your love. Thank you so much. Daddy Akpabio, thank you so much. I might trouble you today to do something for us later. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you for every of our leaders. Ambassador Kush Gill, thank you, sir. Ambassador Sonatan Ghosh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, let's move on to Pakistan. Let's see if we can get Ambassador Robina Pavaz. Are you here? Because sometimes it's the connection. Oh, great, great, great. Please share with us. And after that,
Good evening.
Pastor
Good evening.
Samu, be
First
ready.
of all, happy birthday, Mr.
Thank you
Queen.
so much. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, you are muted.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Ambassador Tapitas Jave, can you share with us quickly, please?
Yes, of course. Greeting to all of you and happy birthday, Dr. Queen Elizabeth. But it's a very special day for someone live and happy birthday with best wishes.
Thank you so much. That's why I didn't want to mention any birthday on this platform. Why? Number one, tomorrow is my birthday. Number two, we are dealing with this serious topic, which I want us to focus on. I appreciate all your wishes. I appreciate your prayers. I appreciate everything you've said. Please also, let's celebrate my birthday by sharing about relationships. So do you have something to share with us, Tapita? About the topic.
Happy birthday,
Okay, so do you want to share with us, or do you want us to just round up so that we can just end the conference? Anybody else? Yes. Let's hear from you.
Relationship is a glue between two persons. A good relationship, we need four things. First of all is time, conservation, understanding, and honesty. Four things is very important in good communication. And in a communication, keep an attitude of giving, not taking. When we give something to other person, we guilt that I give you too much things I give you too much things, but you not give anything me. That is the communication. Is not
Hello.
Sorry for interruption. Sorry. In a keep an attitude of giving, not taking. Be a giver, not a taker. We give something. We give something. We say that I give you more, many things but you not give me anything. In relationship, it's not good thing. And second one is that not try to change other person, to accept the person whatever, to accept the qualities of other person, to accept the evils of other person. And third one is that be a problem solver. You solve all problems. I tell you some story. Two friends going to some journey. First friend hurt the other friend. The second friend write it on sand. That the first person hurts on me. After some distance, the second person needs some help. The first person helps the second person. The second person also write it on stone. The first person asks the second person, why are you writing this on sand and on stone? The first person replied that when I written on sand, I forget it because sand are disappeared due to water when we written on sand, and stone never remove when we need written on the stone. And that we forget all the discollections.
Okay.
Then we return on sand, all distortions, sorry for distortion.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think you are being distracted with whatever is going on around that place, but we still thank you. Yes, we say thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. So we just have to move on to another person because we need to finish on time. Because we really appreciate you. Please, next time you are coming, be prepared because I'm going to call you again next month to speak to us. All right, Tapita?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
All right then. Okay, Pastor Samu Basil, are you here, sir, to share with us? I think Pastor Samu Basil. Okay. Evangelist Grace. Ambassador Kehinde Moyoluwa.
I am here.
Okay,
Yes,
Evangelist Grace. Okay, Evangelist
Yes.
Grace, please speak to us quickly.
Happy birthday,
Thank
dear
you.
Dr. Elizabeth. May you have a long life and good health.
Amen.
So today I want to share like a relationship. So I am thinking we have 3-4 point like I want to share. First, I want to share respect, love, encourage, and caring to each other. So when family living together and group living together and in the school, in the hospital, in the any place, when we work together, so we should respect to each other. Then we love to each other and we caring to each other, and we also must take care to each other. And when we respect and we encourage to each other, then we have a more strong relationship to each other. And we should pray to everyone, because when we have a good relationship with God and Jesus Christ, then we understand to every person. We also should respect to every person. When we have a no feel fear of God inside, so we also ignore to each other. We not respect to each other, not love to each other, not give to respect to each other, because we have a no fear of God inside. So as a Christian and as a follower to Jesus Christ, we must pray to each other and we make a strong relationship with the people. Thank you so much. You are giving me a chance. So this is a very important things, and topic is very important. And I learned many things from the conference and from this time. So thank you, Dr. Elizabeth Queen.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Evangelist Grace. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for a little sharing you've done for us, especially when we pray for one another, work together, and also encouraging one another. It's also part of we maintaining our relationship, because we need to come together and encourage one another. So thank you so much, Evangelist Grace. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Right. Pastor Samu Basil, are you here? I think you are here. I think what we are all experiencing on this platform is the connection. You know, the internet will do its own bit while we are also doing our own part. So, but we can also still enjoy it together. So, Pastor Samu, were you able to connect properly? Can we hear from you? Professor Edward Modo, can we hear from you? Ambassador Robina Pavers, can we hear from you? Oh, great. Professor Edward Modo from Canada is here with us. You are welcome, sir. The floor is yours now.
Yes, my pleasure.
Thank
Hello.
you. Yes.
Yes, can you wait, Mr. Samson Basil? Please wait for, and then you can speak after Professor Nodo, please. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Please don't go far. Please don't go away. So immediately after Professor Edward, you can speak. All right.
Good afternoon. Good
Okay.
afternoon.
Yes, can you
So-
wait, please? Can you wait while we listen to Professor Edward? Please, the floor is yours, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas. Happy birthday to you, and I'm very happy the vibe that you are bringing, positive vibe to everybody, and that a great leadership that you are with all the great leaders and with all the academician and all those researcher and all the leaders in this field. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'd like to share with you a few things that's I think most of you already shared as many things, but what I believe, right? I can just to start my words by verse is found in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 2 to 3. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. Relationship is a very important things, and as I know, Almighty has given us the opportunity to build this relationship. There are many things that already been discussed, but I would like to focus on one thing: is the love that is very important. Love that the purpose of life. We need to understand the purpose of life. Why we are here? Why? One of the great coach has already mentioned that we need to understand why. This is very important to understand, and then we can share our positivity, or we can actually bring the positivity in others. And I'm very much thankful, Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth. You are the example that how you are showing your positivity, your vibe, your things to others. One of the things that's very important is building trust. Trust is very important because I can see many people, right? I don't want to be called like so many people. I don't want to be called that I'm a great, I'm number one, or I'm the things. I want to hear from people. I want to be at their level, because building trust is important. There are, if you see the eyes, I can see, when I walk in the street, I can see people's have a lot of problem, lot of struggles. People are dealing with depression, anxieties. There are many. There is countless problems and struggles in this art. This art is sinful. There's a lot of things happening around the world. What is needed is love. So how we can build trust? We have to listen. Empathetic listening is very important. Communication, how you have a proper communications with each other. Gratitude, be show the gratitude, and commitment. The commitment is very important. And so through which we can build that relationship. And when we build the relationship, great things can happen. You never know. I can give one example. I heard it was in the hospital. The nurse were treating that one of the patients very bad, like they were not treating well. And later, I found out the person was also a physician. Like this, just an example. Like he knows he's the best in the particular field, and so we don't. Sometimes when we treat people and we assume that we know we're the best. We have everything in our head, and we treat other people the way it should not be. So it's very important to treat people the way it should be and fairly, equally. So it's very important that we should show that compassion, love, care, and building trust so that we can build this relationship. And my prayer, humble prayer to Almighty to give us that wisdom, knowledge, and power so that we can show that love and we can build, we can, in this earth, we can make this a peaceful earth, and also prepare for our, for next, that those who are believers, that prepare for our next heaven or something. So with that, thank you very much. Thank you, Professor. And this is my prayer that let us work all together and build this unity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We thank you for sharing with us this afternoon. I know we've been trying to call you several times, and probably it's the connection or the timing or the environment where you are. But we still appreciate that you were able to join us and to share with us. Thank you so much, Professor Edward. Professor Edward, can you please get in touch with me before the end of this week? So we need to start our master class, and we want to work now, want to raise our standard up to the level of getting people to speak or to teach us in depth of their specialty. So please get in touch with me. Thank you so much. Right, we are moving on now, and we thank God for this moment that we've been together. I think I'm going to call on Pastor Samuel Basel. Please speak to us.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Queen?
Yes, we can hear you. Is it possible to open your camera?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Okay, hold on
much.
a second. I think Honorable Frank Sonia is trying to say something to us. Maybe he's about to leave. Hello, sir. Are you about to leave us? Is that the sign? Because we can see you showing us some signs. Okay.
Hello.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much for joining us, Honorable Frank. Maybe you are about to leave. We appreciate your time. We appreciate what you've shared with us today on relationship. Thank you and bye-bye. Okay, Pastor Samu. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Yeah. Pastor Samu.
Hello.
Quickly, please. We are about to round
Yes.
up. We want
Thank
to
you so
close
much.
as soon
Thank you
as
so much,
possible.
Honorable
Yes.
Queen.
Can you open your camera?
Hello,
Is it
everyone.
possible to open your camera?
I want to share some word about relationship.
Okay.
With the speech of relationship, you can actually discuss how the relationship is important for each one of us. The relationship is not only about making a new one, but how to nurture it on a day-to-day basis. Any relationship needs love, care, and affection, and it is then only it can grow. Moreover, it is trust that also leads to strengthening the bond. It can be between husband and wife, brother and sister, also between parents and children. Humans are the most advanced social animals, and most of us crave trustworthy and good relationship with other people. Good relationships always require a great amount of work and good us of communication use, but it can still provide to be hard to understand what the other person is trying to say or thinking. Having a good and close relationship is a very important thing which we want to have in our life. This can be with your friends and lovers or family members. When we think of good relationship, we mainly think of having a lover, but having a good and healthy relationship with your family member is also very important. It is always a pleasure to have a close relationship
with your family, because you can gain trust and also have to faith, and they will always be there for you. Your family will always try to show and tell you the trust truth about yourself, and will not say this half-heartedly just for your acceptance. Having good and faithfully friends is also one of the best relationship you can cherish in your life, friend. And unlike your parents, because there are just something you simply cannot share.
Ambassador Kande Campbell, are you still here? Because we've missed the speakers now. I think it's because of the internet. So who else is here to speak before we go? Nobody else. Okay. African Queen, do you want to share with us today again? Queen Bazazi. Okay. Ambassador Kush, do you have anything else to add to it? Because we are rounding up in 5 minutes.
Yes, I can. Yes. Okay, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Do you have anything else to add to it before we round up?
Yeah. So all the friends in these 3 days, we have learned quite a lot from each other.
Yes.
All the distinguished participants have very well expressed their valuable views. Much is said, but much more can be said on this vast topic. But it seems that the mystery still remains, because it's hidden in the system of nature, in God's divine providence. As with other things, we do our best to achieve our objectives. The same we often do with our relationships. But in spite of all our wisdom and struggle, we must also seek God's help and develop a good relationship with the Supreme Almighty Power. And then I think we form a better position in maintaining our relationship with each other, because certainly God is the supreme author of the whole scheme of things. God bless us all in possessing and maintaining our relationships. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing again today. Also, should I call on? Oh, do you want to say something, Ambassador Joseph? Quickly.
Yes.
Okay, quickly, please.
Yes. God bless you. And today, happy birthday, Mom, Queen Elizabeth, and giving flowers for you. And I want something quickly thing for you. You can see this. And
Yes.
I sing a song for you, especially for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
If you permission me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Queen Elizabeth. Happy birthday to you. May you have many more. May you have many more. May you have
May you have many more years.
God bless
Much. Thank you so much.
you. God bless you. Take
God
care of
bless you.
yourself
God
and
bless
I
you, ma'am. Happy
will.
birthday.
live your life,
Happy
especially
birthday.
I
Happy
birthday.
birthday in advance, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Nadia Fabio. Right. What a wonderful day we've had together today. We really appreciate you, Professor Nada. Thank you so much, Pastor Samuel. Thank you so much, even though there is a little bit of connection problem there. Ambassador Joel Olanino, we are grateful, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Dr. Tango. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you all our great leaders. Honorable Frank, thank you so much. Ambassador Azagil, we really appreciate you. So now we want to round up with only one more thing. Only one more thing. You can notice that I didn't do any announcement today because we just want us to just chill out because we are really treating on very important topic, which is relationship. So the only announcement I will just give is next month, March, we are launching a book of relationship matters for few people that have really gathered together, and we've trained them a little bit. So they're going to be exhibiting their own co-author books together with me. Next month as well, we're going to continue with this topic on relationship matters in 2023. And we're just going to change the subtitle. So it could be relationship, it could be emotional intelligence or something, but we will come up with it and we will share it. So be prepared to come back again and share. This is your platform. We are family and we are one. So be ready to always share, because if you don't share, we cannot learn from you. But if you share, you are empowering us to build and maintain and keep our relationship. So for that one, I want to invite the final speaker. He spoke yesterday, but I just want to give the honor to him again to speak so that he will be able to speak and also to round up. I was looking for Dr. Inga, but I think she's left already. Professor Nada, you open your camera. You want to say something else?
No. I didn't see that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
put it on. It's
All
okay.
right. Okay. So on this note, I would like to call on Queen Bazazi. Are you still here? It could have been lovely to hear your voice again, but I think probably the connection or something like that. Okay, we missed some of our leaders today. Firstly, because of the connection. Secondly, because of the timing. Thirdly, because of so other things they've connected with me. So, but we appreciate them all. We've also encouraged them to video voice their message if it's possible, and we can post it and share it on our WhatsApp youth group so that our leaders, our members can benefit from this conference as well. Let me use this time to invite my honorable professor, pastor, reverend, bishop, Anefok Akpabio, to first of all round up the speech for everything we've said, maybe because I've been noting, I've been watching him writing down. So I want to give him the opportunity to share whatever he's been writing down. You can share with us. And also, please, after your speech, can you close this event with a closing prayer? And then after that, I'll be able to release us to leave. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Queen. I appreciate everything. I join others to say happy birthday. You will be prosperous, you will live long, and you will be encouraged, and there shall be refreshment from above upon your life in the name of Jesus Christ. After listening to all, because I have been writing all what we say, I have realized that we have emphasized about 12C as far as relationship is concerned. Number one, communication. So let's remember. Number two, compromise. Number three, compliments. Number four, compassion. Number five, commitments. Number six, concern for one another. Number seven, becoming confidence. Number eight, having good conduct. Number seven, character, or number nine, character display. Number 10, covenants. And the last one I see here is connection. I want to say that relationship is important. I appreciate this. And I want, as we are talking, let us not only talk and go, let us make all this what to be related so that more of the favor. Thank God where we are connected and related, but not for the problem of network. I know it is the key to everything. Us and trusting and by. From all the nations of the world, I say keep on going on. Let's relate together, whether we are white or black or whatever. Our relationship will increase until at the feet of the master. I want to encourage you, whether thing that you do is a key to success and it's a key for survival. Thank you all. I know the God that you spend time for, that God will bless you real good. May the heavens see you through. As I close this program now with prayers, Father, I thank you today that you have taken us these 3 days to talk about the important thing about relationship. You saw the need of relating with man. And that's why we can have that freeness to talk with you today and call you Abba, Father. I pray that you keep us, that you strengthen us, and the love that is involved in relationship shall be shared abroad in our hearts. As we keep on going, keep us together and help us to be related to one another. I bless every participant in this program, and I say it shall be well with you. May the God of heaven favor you, and may he expand the course of our relationship in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for this wonderful 3 days of our Transformation Leadership Conference. Wow, we made it. Now we can celebrate my birthday anywhere. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm free from conference. I'm free from conference now to hit my cake, to spend time with family, to do whatever I need to do. Wow, I'm gonna be 58 tomorrow. That's good. That's good. Good. I'm still young, bubbling. I'm still keeping fit. My brain is still working. And my mindset is growing and I'm transforming. Thank you so much. I really love you all. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your trust in me, because if you don't trust me, you won't stay. You won't even come to our platform to speak, not to talk of stay home 3 hours and a half to stay with me, share and listen and grow together. This is practical of relationship, just as Daddy Apapio have said. We need to have the intention of sharing and also receiving, sharing and also receiving. Receiving in a sense that be willing to learn from others, be willing to listen. Don't go to any conference and just give and then go away. Let's respect one another by receiving, listening, because whatever any leaders have shared is very important. I mean, I learned a lot from Dr. Suraya Bano today. I learned a lot from Professor Nada today. I learned a lot from Ambassador Gill yesterday. Was it yesterday or Thursday? I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from Dr. Eric Tango, Dr. Edward Model, Evangelist Grace. Wow. Even first Asian American and African queen from USA. I learned a lot from her yesterday. I learned a lot from Atinuke. And I learned a lot with artistic from Ambassador Magic Joseph. I also learned a lot, sir, from you, Ambassador Kush Gill. Thank you so much for your wisdom. I also learned a lot from everyone that have really stopped by to share with us in this our 3 days February Transformational Leadership Conference. I even learned a lot. Dr. Nada, you missed Dr. Inga yesterday. She shared a video with us. You missed that? Maybe you can go to my YouTube and play it, and then you will enjoy
YouTube. Yes,
yes.
I listen, I see.
So
yes.
we really, I mean, we are so creative on this platform. We listen to every leaders, all the world leaders, both the old and the young, and even the little ones. Everybody contributed. That is our uniqueness for Yes You Can International. And I want to pray that there will be transformation, there will be restoration, and there will be celebration in our lives, in our homes, and in whatever we do. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much once again.
Thank you. Thank you. See you next
Happy
month. See you next month.
Sure,
Next month,
inshallah.
the first
Thank you.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we will be here. Thank you, Dr. Tango. Thank you so much.
I think, Dr. Vaughn, that we can sing now happy birthday to our great Dr. Queen at the end. What do you say?
I thought I'm going to escape that.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
Dear Queen.
Dear Queen.
Happy
birthday
to you.
May you
Thank
have
many more. May you have many more. May you have many more, dear.
Amen. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you. On my behalf, you can eat anything you want to eat tomorrow. We are together in the spirit. So anyway, just bear in mind, yes, you can, madam. It's birthday, it's tomorrow. Eat and drink and merry and celebrate wherever you are. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you. Thank you. What else can I say?
I'm special for you.
Thank you.
Love you. God
I
bless
love
you.
you. Thank you. Thank you. And my love to Bishop, please, whenever you connect with him, Bishop Nelson. Thank you. So you might now leave, unless you want to give me the permission to say, can I click the button from here?
You can. Yes, you can.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend and God bless you.
It's for you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Suraya.
Greetings from India and all over the world. Happy birthday, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So you've given me the permission to start celebrating my birthday from today. Thank you so much. I love you all. See
Love
you
you too.
next time.
Love you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
God bless you.
So, who is going to give me permission to click the button? Can I click the button?
Yes, you can.
See you guys.